What's good, beautiful people?
My apologies.
Back now, yeah? Good morning, beautiful people. It's Thursday, the 28th of November, 2024. Welcome to TDA, the day after your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by you guys, the culture. And of course, we're hosted by the best, but every time I'm hosting, I guess we're hosted by the best in spirit. But Brent, you're here, as always. How are you, man?
Blessed and highly favored. Maybe you should have sat over the other side so you can see me. Would it be difficult for you to keep craning your neck?
It'll be all right. There's no point in moving now, man. And this is my favorite seat. You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
It's not too bad. Oh, goodness me. You haven't been outside, have you?
I have, yes, to put the rubbish in the bin. So I'm guessing you're talking about the temperature.
Yeah, man. And the ice. And my hands are frozen. And
This is really not a season for you, isn't it?
no, not at all. Not at all. It's not at all. I can't get used to this sort of stuff.
How come you don't kind of go away during these?
I think that's what I'm going to start doing all the time. I was planning to. I was meant to go home over the Christmas and that. But I had to change plans. But yeah,
What's the temperature like?
back home.
Yeah.
Probably about 30, I'll say.
That's it. That is obviously it doesn't feel like over here, but because all the rest of the year it's higher, does it feel like different? Can you feel it in your bones when it drops to 30? If you lived over there.
I think you would. Plus at certain times it will go lower than 30, you know. Probably go to like 25 and whatnot, innit?
Yeah, I hear that, but 25 is still in relation to this country. 25 is very decent.
100%.
So would you
100%.
feel it in your bones over there? Do they wear like puffers and stuff?
Nah.
I will still walk around with t-shirts.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. But again, remember, back home is so huge, isn't it? So certain parts in a particular country could be somewhat cold. You know what I mean? Depending on where, obviously, you're from and whatnot. But yeah, man.
So which state is the hottest?
I can't tell you, yeah. I can't tell you. It'll
Have you
probably be
travelled?
like south, innit? So south, what am I talking about? No. I don't know, you know. It would depend. But it wouldn't just be the heat. It would be also the humidity. It'd also be maybe, you know what I mean? Like different seasons and, you know what I mean? Certain things as you're getting closer to the equator and whatnot.
Have you travelled around Nigeria?
Not around, no. Only to like my home state.
If I were to go there for 2 weeks, what would be your recommendation? How would I enjoy Nigeria, experience Nigeria well?
I think you gotta stay in Lagos, man. Or if you want to go to Abuja as well, because Abuja will be more quiet. It's some people probably say it's more developed than Lagos, but it's less the hustle and bustle of Nigeria. Like what you think of a Nigerian and Nigeria, Lagos is the place to be. Everything that you need in life is in Lagos. You know what I'm saying? So that comes with the good and the bad, innit? But
So I would get every single flavor of Nigeria from Lagos.
yeah, pretty much. I think so.
Okay.
I think so. But obviously it'll be more Yoruba people, more Igbo people and stuff like that, innit? Because it's south. But the more north you go, that's when you get more of the Hausa and the Fula people and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
What would you recommend I do
South.
during those 2 weeks?
Ooh.
Man, I wanna experience Nigeria. I wanna come back and say that I'm an honorary Nigerian.
Lagos. I think you probably gotta go to, I
Can
guess,
you
certain
speak with authority on
museums.
this?
No, I'm thinking about it as well. I'm thinking about it because I'm trying to remember. Like I went to one museum over there. Yeah.
No, I'm not questioning the time in which you're sharing the information. Can you speak with authority on this? Because
Oh, yeah, of course
some
I can.
people would think that you can say the same thing about Ghana.
Yeah, because I can.
Okay, cool, go on.
But at the same time, to add, to obviously to be more transparent, there are people who've been back home far more frequent than I have. You know what I'm saying? So they'll be much more up to date than me. That in itself is true.
So I
but
should
in
have
terms
asked
of
Esther.
yeah, Esther would know more,
Okay.
100%. But yeah, there's off the top of my head, there's a certain museum, right, where it basically has basically there was a president called Murtala Mohammed, right? For some reason, people think he would have been the best president. But to be fair, he wasn't there that long, innit? They assassinated him. But anyway, the car that he got shot in is in that museum, and basically just gives you a real good history of Nigeria, innit? In that museum. There's one of the top places you have to go to is Fela's Shrine.
Fella's Shrine.
Shrine, yeah.
Okay.
So basically, it's where he lived, basically, where he made his music and stuff like that. Because he had a place called Calcutta, right? And that was his own place that he sectioned off. He said, "I'm not part of Nigeria. I don't want to be part of this corrupt regime. This is my own land," right?
Serious?
So he was there with his 27 plus wives.
Wait. How big was the land?
I don't know if it was huge. It was more. I think it was more so like a compound, innit?
Yeah.
But it was still huge. Like, you know what I mean? That it could accommodate all the stuff that they were doing there. And people came there. So people came there to just vibe with him. You know what I'm saying? To chill, to listen to amazing music. You know what I mean? And just be in that sort of that life, man.
27 wives.
Yeah, 100%.
How old was the oldest and how young was the youngest?
I couldn't say that to you. I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
But yeah. There's so many different places though, but that's just off the top of my head.
So I should go to the museum, yeah?
Yeah, 100%.
What else? What are the things I'm not supposed to be doing? Like, Jenna just says I should eat, go to church, and go to the club. Is that Nigerian lifestyle?
I mean, yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, I mean, there'll be so many different. You have to definitely go to different places to eat, and get a flavor of the different types of food. Like, if you obviously you're coming there as like a tourist almost, isn't it?
Completely.
So you would want to maybe try cuisines from different tribes, perhaps.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And they're
obviously
drastically different.
I think so. I wouldn't. Maybe drastically is not the right word, but in terms of the ingredients, the same sort of thing that comes from the land, what we use, isn't it? So, but in terms of how you make it, would be different. You know what I'm saying? And in the same way, you can put Ghana jollof here and Nigeria jollof right here. I'll be able to tell without looking at it, right?
Without looking at it?
Yeah, 100%.
And then to taste it?
Yeah.
Wait. Serious?
100%.
Wait,
Ask anybody.
Does it need to be authentic for you to be able to taste the difference? Because you've met Ghanaians that could probably cook a bowl of jollof rice that is indistinguishable from Nigerian because they basically learned how to do it that way.
I guess so, yeah. But if they made, it's kind of hard to say, but if you made rice that was typical of that came from Ghana,
yes,
jollof rice, and the same from Nigeria, then yeah, 100% you take the difference.
And is it in the smokiness?
Yeah, the rice that's used, the way it's cooked.
The way it's cooked.
Yeah,
you could taste how the way it's cooked.
No, as in the way it's cooked would add to what's yielded. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you'll be able to tell, man.
All right, okay.
So in the same way, like different things, you go to different tribes and parts of Nigeria, you get different foods and stuff. What else?
So to try different dishes from different tribes.
Yeah, like you said, you can go to church as well, man.
Go to church, because experience in church is completely different.
Yeah, I was just saying. There's so many different denominations as well.
Are there churches that I won't be like, what the hell's going on?
Oh, as in stuff that is more westernized?
If that's what you want to say.
No, that's the truth. Because remember, this is my opinion anyway, religion should be a reflection of your culture. That's what I think. Otherwise, what are we doing? Because it's a reflection of somebody's culture. It might as well be yours. But if you're talking about something that's more normal to yours, as in more or less cultural, then yeah. Because remember, there's Baptists there, there's Baptist churches, there's Methodist churches there. You know what I'm saying? All of these things are there.
All right. Just a couple minutes here.
Cool.
Right? The experience in church in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Obviously, just like here, you have different types, right? So I understand that. But what is so distinctly Nigerian that you can pinpoint that you'd be like, all right, that could only happen in Nigeria?
In church.
In church. Because you said
besides singing
over here is westernized, right?
Yeah.
So you were like, they've muddied it up. They've changed the ingredients. It's not as it should be, or I remember. So tell me how it is over there. The singing, I think I know.
100%. Singing.
Okay.
The language you singing. The language maybe is preached.
Okay. Nothing wild at all.
Dancing.
When you say dancing, I see dancing over here.
Yeah.
what's the difference between the dancing over there?
But it's like going to a club with black people and going to a club with white people. You know what I mean? Like
No, but I've been in black churches over here. So explain the dancing that's different.
Oh, so okay, you're comparing. No, but remember, a lot of the black churches here are people from back home here. You know what I'm saying? So we carry that.
When
with
I
us.
ask the question, this is where I'm coming from. I'm not saying I'm just come out from something chapel.
All right, cool. Okay, yeah, then obviously it'll be similar to
There we go. All right, so there's no difference.
No, I wouldn't say that though, because remember, it's kind of like you going to a white garment church. You would think, wait, this is far different to.
All right, that's
you know
what I want. This is where what is what you take me there?
Okay, yeah. Well,
Because I know you're from a white garment church background,
yeah,
innit?
yeah.
All right, so give me some of the practices.
Going to white garment church.
Yes, please.
I mean, you've known me for years.
No,
and you could have come with me.
No, wait. What did you say?
You could have come with me. You could have come with me. All these years that you've known me, why?
You see how you answered that question?
Open.
I've asked you for distinct differences.
Yeah.
And you've said...
I can tell you now.
I've asked it for you, but you've said instead, well, you've known me for years and you've never come.
Yeah,
That's not answering my question.
No, I can go into the answer. But there's many different things. Besides us wearing the garment.
Don't hold your tongue.
No, but I mean, you don't give...
Not the inside secrets, no?
No, I was going to say something else. But it's
You act like Stacey
it's
now.
gonna sound a bit rude. But so I won't say it. But yeah. Okay. What's the question?
You don't give the
What are some of the
uncivilized...
differences? No, it's not that. Because remember, the church doors are open, so there's no secrets. You know what I mean? You can go in there. But it's just in terms of how we, I guess, how the services is run. 1 second, guys.
You right?
We got somebody coming, joining us.
Jump in. Would you prefer him sitting here or over there?
Yeah, probably there. Yeah.
Jump over there.
How you doing, man? You good?
And it's Yusuf, right?
Lucifer, yes.
Yusufa.
Yes.
All right.
Wait.
I said Lucifer.
God forbid. It's
All right. You just say Astaghfirullah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Then.
All right, we're talking about white garment churches, right? You know any white garment churches?
White gammon churches.
White garment churches.
No.
Where you from?
Originally or in
Originally.
Senegal.
All right. Okay.
I knew it.
You know it?
You look Senegalese?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, been the back.
put it closer. And you can adjust it so it's comfortable. Now let me help you.
Hello. You guys are live already.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Oh, is mic not working in the back? Yeah, probably. 1 second, people.
Good morning.
1 sec, people. Say something now?
Hello.
Yes.
I'm on.
Yeah. Everybody a bit louder?
Well, he has to talk louder.
Hello. Do I have to project my voice like that?
Yeah. Bring it a bit closer to you. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. There we go.
That's better.
Yes.
All right.
Good morning. Wow, this is crazy. I watch you guys like every day when I was in uni, like even now. This is how I get my news.
There you go, man. That's the aim. That's the aim, man.
All right.
Yes.
Continue.
Okay.
So,
In fact,
other than...
listen to this.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah, you don't have it.
All right, so what's your name?
Yusufa.
And where do you live?
I live in Connecticut, USA.
Okay.
All right, so what are you doing in the UK?
I'm here visiting. I've been living out in Spain, but I'm here for Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way. I know you guys don't celebrate.
That's all right. We have some American listeners. And how is Spain?
Spain, I live in the Basque region. I like it. It's something new. I'm an engineer there, so
Okay.
then I get to go to work. It's different because it's like 5 days a week. I'm used to hybrid back home, 3 days in the office. But I like it a lot, the culture and the people. The people are actually really nice.
So you're planning on staying there, as in long term now?
Well, I'm scheduled to stay till March, but I probably work to stay until like July-ish and then go back to Connecticut.
Okay.
All right, they're saying that you can actually take your coat off on your back.
Yeah. Relax, man. You're gonna be there for a while.
They're like, sit down.
Sorry, man, you can continue.
Yeah. All right. So basically, we're talking about different churches back home, right?
Yeah.
So Brent wants to know something a bit about white garment churches. So white garment churches are basically churches that wear the white garment, right?
Every Sunday?
Huh?
You wear white garments every Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and you wouldn't wear shoes. Well, actually, it depends on the white garment church, but typically you wouldn't wear shoes. And a lot of the things that you kind of do in the church are taken from certain scriptures in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, we take off your shoes. Why? Because in Exodus, where God's talking to Moses and says, take off your shoes, you're on holy ground. So basically, the premise is you're in the church, you're in a holy place, take off your shoes in the house of God. You know what I'm saying? So little things like that. This is basically where it comes from. So that's one of the things that I guess would be different and I guess occurs in the white garment churches.
Are there any other practices that happen in the white garment church?
Prophecy, that's one of the main things.
Yeah. And how does that go on? Just people just stand up and then prophesy?
No. I mean, it can happen that way, but typically you get what we call a message. So somebody who has no. So somebody could be, because again, this happens in Nigeria though. You could be when you go to Nigeria, mind your business, going from A to B, and somebody who I guess in the Christian church you'll say has got the Holy Spirit may just come over to you, tap you, say, hey, I've got a message for you. You know what I'm saying? God wants to tell you something. You need to hear it right now. That sort of thing. So that can happen in church as well. And then they'll maybe call you aside. They ain't going to be disturbing our church for you. You know what I'm saying? Call you aside. And somebody will be there as well. So they'll give the message, somebody they'll write it down for you. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, today's day and age, you can just record it on your phone. But this goes back since, you know what I mean, for decades now. So they'll write it down, you can take it home, pray over it, and do what's required. You know what I'm saying? Whatever's in that message.
All right. So I don't think you've said anything weird just yet. I mean, you've said
that all sounds pretty normal.
barefoot, the different clothing. Are there any other practices?
I'm trying to think of something that you might find
amusing.
Yeah, because all this stuff is normal to me. You know what I'm saying?
Have a way.
So this is what I'm trying to think of what else. Yeah, I think that's it, man.
There never any animals in there.
No, I've never seen an animal.
Never any bodies of water.
Bodies of water.
Yeah.
I mean, not bodies of water. There's like, so for example, you know, like if you were to go into a Catholic church.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that.
Yeah.
Bodies of water, no, because again, in certain white garment churches, it's not really baptism like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if there was to be the baptism, you probably would go to a place.
Yeah.
It's
Like
like
a river.
other churches do. Not a river. I don't know what river they do in this country where people are going to baptize you. When the River Thames?
No. Like sometimes when it is,
They'll
like
just go to a pool like every other Christian
near the
church.
countryside, you have different rivers. I've seen people get baptized in rivers.
Okay, I ain't
And
never
I'm
seen
talking
that.
about not backgammon churches though. I'm talking
Yeah.
about like regular churches.
Yeah, but I mean, I've
Not
never,
regular churches, like different churches.
Yeah, but I've never, I've never seen that here in this country.
I have, yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
What river did they go to?
In the countryside.
Oh,
I don't know the
serious?
names of the rivers. Yeah, but
So like a
bunch of
small
rivers.
lake or something.
Yeah, like a brook
Okay, cool.
or stream.
That happens in the U.S. as well. They do the river thing. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Have you been baptized? Sorry.
Nah,
Sorry.
man.
Musliman.
Some horns. So how is the weather here compared to Spain?
Compared to Spain, it's much colder over here. Spain is it's sunnier, but then we have the rain because I live in the northern Basque region.
Yeah.
But I was in Madrid last week, and
Yeah.
it was really nice.
Yeah. I heard the Basque region has its own type of culture,
Yes.
own language.
Yeah. Basque. They say it precedes Latin. I've been learning a lot about the Basque culture, and they're more secluded. They're like, we're not Basque or France. We're not Spanish or France. We're Basque.
Yeah.
And then they try to be their own region. They have their own language and stuff like that.
How are the women there?
Basque region or in Spain?
Both of them.
Both. I'd say in Spain they're really good.
Yeah.
But in Basque region they're more, in Basque region they're more, like chill, like they're not really out there and stuff like that.
And which one do you prefer?
Well, I went to Madrid and I had a good time.
All right.
Cool. All right, we're gonna get into the headlines. We'll obviously learn a bit more about you as it is we're talking. But welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Good morning, everybody in the chat. I'm not seeing all those names.
Yeah. All right, people. So our first headline, MPs will be debating an online petition calling for a rerun of July's general election after it garnered over 2.8 million signatures. So the debate has been scheduled in Westminster Hall, a secondary debating chamber, where such petitions are discussed for the 6th of January. It has become the third most popular e-petition since 2010, easily surpassing the 100,000 signatures that were required for a debate to take place. The petition started by a West Midlands publican who voted Conservative at July's general election, accuses Labour of reneging on its pre-election promises. It was set up last week and has since been promoted by the Reform UK leader, Nigel Farage, and of course, Elon Musk. The Petitions Committee, which was set up in 2015 to review petitions on Parliament's website, has confirmed it will be debated on Monday, the 6th of January. There will not be a vote at the end of the debate, although the government will have to issue a written response because the petition received over 10,000 signatures.
What is that debate going to look like?
It's just formality, man. They're wasting everyone's time. It's not going to amount to anything.
Why do you even put that particular form of societal feedback in the mix if it doesn't lead to anything? Like, why?
It's old, that's why. Yeah, it's old. And I don't think, even though certain things go over the 100,000, I don't think they've always debated it. You know what I'm saying? But because this is like 2.8 million, then they got to do it. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's not going to amount to anything. And I don't think it should, to be fair, especially on this particular topic. You know what I mean? Why are they going to do a general election after how many months? It doesn't make no sense. Next headline, trigger warning on this one, guys. Former Prime Minister Lord David Cameron has backed the move to legalise assisted dying for terminally ill adults after previously opposing the legislation. The private members' bill is due for its second reading in the House of Commons on Friday. In the first debate and vote of its kind in the House since 2015, MPs will be given a free vote on the issue, allowing them to decide according to their conscience rather than in line with their party policy. So writing about the assisted dying bill in the Times, Lord Cameron said, as campaigners have convincingly argued, this proposal is not about ending life, it's about shortening death. Previously, his main concern has been that vulnerable people could be pressured into hastening their own deaths. But he said he believed the current proposal contained sufficient safeguards to prevent this. And our last headline, this is a bit interesting. President Joe Biden's administration is urging Ukraine to increase the size of its military by drafting more troops and allowing for the conscription of troops as young as 18. A senior Biden administration official who spoke on the condition of anonymity to discuss the private consultation said on Wednesday that the outgoing Democratic administration wants Ukraine to lower the mobilization age to 18 from the current age of 25 to help expand the pool of fighting age men available to help a badly outmanned Ukraine in its nearly 3-year-old war with Russia. Speaking to the reporters, the official said that Ukraine was not mobilizing or training enough new soldiers for the conflict. The need right now is manpower, he said. The Russians are in fact making steady progress in the east, and they're beginning to push back Ukrainian lines in Kursk. Mobilization and more manpower could make a significant difference at this time as we look at the battlefield today. The White House has pushed more than $56 billion in security assistance to Ukraine since the start of Russia's February 2022 invasion and expects to send billions more to Kiev before Biden leaves office in less than 2 months.
This is where my tax dollars are going.
There you go. It's ridiculous.
They wonder why, DT won by a landslide.
Did you vote?
I was already in Spain by the time it was time to vote.
Who would you vote for?
I'll be honest, I would have voted DJT for strictly financial reasons.
Okay.
And I'd like to keep more of my money. And
This is it. That's what I'm saying. But like, how do you feel about people who say to you, "Oh, well, you've been misinformed for wanting to vote for Trump"?
okay.
You're also, I don't know, maybe not in tune with your blackness because you want to vote
People,
for
I
Trump.
do get that. Yeah, people do say that, but then I'm like, I do my research. I think it's strictly financial, tax purposes, and these wars. He says he's immediately stopping funding the war, billions of dollars, which in my opinion, is just money laundering. So can we just cut it out and focus on the country?
I hear it. That's what I was saying to people, man. But people were saying it was misogynoir.
Yeah, actually, some girl in Spain told me that. I'm like, oh, you think you know more than me? I lived in the country.
Oh man, hopefully people learn from this, man. But yes,
Which girl in Spain?
It was actually this Ethiopian girl
Yeah?
who I saw outside the
Alright,
club.
I believe you.
what does that mean?
What does that mean? You think I would make that up?
Good.
All right, so yeah, that's it for the headlines, man. Let's go into topic of the day.
Sorry. What else do you like about Donald J. Trump?
Donald J. Trump.
Yeah. What's the J stand for? Do you know?
I think Joseph. I want to say.
Joseph,
Yeah. A cool fact is that his uncle worked for I think MIT, and he worked on technology for time traveling.
Oh, is it? Okay.
That's what you like about him?
No, that was just a cool fact. What I do like about him is he's not a politician. He'll just say it. Like he's more of a like roaster, entertainer type thing, which galvanizes the people. But I think he just says it how it is, which this time around, like all the messaging and the ads, I thought he did a great job. But he also did get shot this time, so I think that that won him the election right there.
So you would have definitely voted for him the first time around?
I was 15 the first time around.
Okay.
Actually, no, that's not true. 20. Yeah, no, I was 15. Yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you very much.
All right. So, Brent, there's a clip that I want you to play in the dark.
All right.
I want to get you guys' views on this. But obviously, as we're waiting, yeah. So you're Muslim, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, practicing, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Are you more so like Sunni or Sufi?
Which one's less strict? Because I'm from Senegal. We don't wear like the hijab really, and like we just pray and then don't eat pork. Don't do any of the haram stuff.
Okay.
It's not the super
strict.
Super strict one. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Do you find that it's kind of like different, I guess, being Muslim in America?
Yeah, but then there's a lot of us. And then
You have your own sort of
community. Yep.
Okay.
And then like the imam, the imam, and then there's a lot of Senegalese people also in like New York and the Northeast where I'm from. So then we all have each other. So it's not really that different.
Okay. That's good, man.
So what do you think about the nation?
England?
No.
Islam. You talk about the Nation of Islam.
The nation? I'm mixed because, the whole Malcolm X thing, like, what are you leading this people towards? But I do like the righteousness aspect. But then nowadays they still do it with the meetings, and then I like how they come together for a common goal. So.
Yeah. Organization, man.
Yep.
Somebody in the chat said salam to you, man.
Salam.
But yeah, man, listen, he obviously wants to start
a debate.
No. I just wanted to know. I just wanted to know what you felt about the nation. Just like I wanted to know which girl you met in Spain.
Which girl I met? I met a few. I've been out there for like
Any
2
natives?
months. Spanish natives? Yeah. I went out with a few work colleagues, and then we went out. Did the town.
Are they pleasant?
Yes, they're very nice.
Hospitable?
They're very nice, actually. The Spanish people, the Basque people. I want to say specifically.
Okay, did they like you?
I think so.
That's good, man. That's good. Long live España. All right.
All right, you got the clip?
I have the clip.
Okay.
Let's get this in.
Oh, I saw this.
Little of it. The Negro
Okay.
to the Negro is expressed in one word. That word is recognition. But perhaps because he's had so little of it, the Negro needs even more. He needs to feel important and appreciated. This need is a very real and important one. It shows up even in many of the Negro's shopping habits. Anyone who sells or wants to sell to the Negro customer should know about some of these habits. To begin with, most Negroes buy by brand. They ask for products by name. They're quick to turn down off-brands. Do you wonder why? You see, for a long time, the Negro has been sold a lot of shoddy, second-class merchandise. So now he asks for name brands in order to make sure he gets his money's worth. This woman, for example, is buying fine crystalware. But she is also buying the admiration and approval of her friends and relatives. It's a well-known fact that many Negro customers are influenced by the opinions of others. What their friends may think of a certain item often decides whether or not the sale is made. The secret of selling to the Negro is expressed in...
Well, what's your views, man? What's your opinions on that video?
I think it's still true, especially, you know, back home. I'm 23. I have a lot of friends in the same age group, some with like the highest credit card debt you would never believe. But I'm like, is a designer worth it? Like, what are you trying to prove? Like, what's this all for you? But it's a status symbol. Like, I have Amiris. So I never got caught up in those tricks because I don't really think it matters that much. But I do see the psychology that it does work.
Why do you feel? Why has it not happened to you then? What's the difference?
I was I think because I was raised in Senegal a little bit, so it didn't really matter to me. So when I came back to the States, and then I went to like a uniform high school, so it really wasn't. What's drip is doesn't have to be expensive for me. It just has to be well put together.
Come on.
Ben, what's your thoughts, man? Do you feel like the Negro is still doing these things today?
Yeah, I do.
Is this everybody thing though, or is this a black thing specifically, or is it exacerbated amongst black people?
I think, yeah, in some parts, the working class all across demographics will still suffer from this, or will still be tricked by this, I believe, because they're trying to fit in, right?
Okay. Isn't there more working class people in the world? What are you fitting into?
Where they, quote unquote, feel like they don't belong, but they don't want to be seen as othered.
It's like a status symbol in a way. But then I think Dr. Umar talks about we spend this much money a year on Mercedes and on designer brands and all that stuff that doesn't give anything back to the community. We're working hard to give all our money to them every year. So,
are you a Dr. Umar acolyte?
Well, I don't believe in everything he says, but I do like him. I like him a lot. Donations.
Have you ever kissed a white girl?
No comment.
Good. España. Sorry, go on.
But yeah, you mentioned, Brent, about people are still being tricked by this. Is it really a trick though, or does it work? If it works, is it a trick?
Is
What?
marketing is marketing a trick? I mean,
Yeah.
so I don't. If you think marketing isn't a trick, then it's not a trick. But I think marketing is a trick. Like you could, like from a 30-second ad, I could convince you that you need this in your life, even though you've spent 30 years without it. I could convince you that you need it today, or you're not anything.
But is that a trick or maybe imparting knowledge?
Imparting knowledge?
Yeah.
Maybe, perhaps. Because then if you really did need it, it wasn't marketing. It's just showing you something that you needed.
Yeah.
But I don't think like people need $1,000 jacket.
True. 100%. But the reason why I'm saying this, but I think I said this story before. When I used to work in the bank, there's one guy who came in, he had a Rolex, and I'm not too sure why I noticed it. It might be because maybe he's come in before and he never had it, and maybe it was because it was a bit baggy as well. It just didn't seem like it was for him, right? But nonetheless, it was his.
Rolex is not supposed to be baggy.
Nah, but come on.
Oh, serious?
Take the links out. You
You
know
know what I'm saying?
All right, it's supposed to be like close fitting?
yeah,
Fit?
yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
All
it should
right.
fit you, man.
Okay, cool.
So anyway, I was chatting to him about it, and he basically, long story short, he basically said since he got it, his world, at least in his, you know what I mean, like his circumference has changed. people look at him different. People treat him different. So when this ad talks about potentially buying the admiration and approval of your friends, your family, your society, does it have a price? And if you pay for it, are you being tricked, or are you actually getting the thing that you wanted?
Yeah, you're buying the thing that you asked for.
Yeah.
But as long as you know that you're buying that, I'm buying this for the opinion of those around me, then go for it if you want to. But I still think it's depends on where you are financially. But
Yeah.
if you're doing that for, the admiration of your friends and family, I think they should admire you regardless, just off who you are, not because you have a date just.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, I think like Brent was pretty much intimating, sometimes it's to kind of leave your socioeconomic group, you know what I'm saying, to get into a higher one. And I mean, not everybody wants to do that, right? But if you do want to do that, sometimes that is like a door, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we got a comment on the screen by Demi. This is an everybody thing. The video's clearly presenting racist stereotypes, and we're just accepting it as fact. What do you think about that?
I kind of agree, but then I was going off of the media I've seen before, that how much at least Black Americans spend a year on designer items and alcohol as well. Like, and these are all white-owned companies and stuff like that. So why are we all putting our money? Because remember, they were boycotting Balenciaga and Louis Vuitton and all that stuff. And then a couple months later, we're all back on it. So I don't know what the goal is at the end of the day.
Are you part of a fraternity?
No.
Okay. Did you see anybody getting hazed?
I've seen it, yeah.
Okay.
Was it traumatic?
Yeah. Well, I actually don't agree with the concept of paying for friends, but I've seen some friends like go to uni, join a fraternity, and just become like a different person. But maybe they'll have this network for life is how they advertise it. So maybe it'll be beneficial later on in life.
So I guess it's somewhat like this then, where, I mean, you don't have to pay to be part of this fraternity, right? But it's still acceptance that you want to get from a particular thing for hopefully, I don't know, something that you can gain in life. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, like, even if you're not necessarily doing it for other people, is it wrong to want good things to make yourself feel good?
No, it's what's it called? Retail therapy. So some people shop to make themselves feel better, which I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But there's some people who have like a notion where it is not good unless it's designer or very expensive. You know, like Americans, they love like the designer logo all over the jacket.
Over. It's true, because I feel like a lot of the time, because obviously you can go to Gucci, go to LV or whatever, and they have certain things where the brand is very understated. But we know certain people don't want that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They want the big logos and whatnot.
The big H.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Stacey said she doesn't agree with Demi. So Demi is the person who just said what he said about some of the stuff being racist. She said Black people invest in brands because of the image they feel it projects about them.
Yep. I would agree with that. And Stacey's she's the one from LA, right?
Yeah. So well, Demi then says, I think the issue is different. It's different races and different social classes do what is described in the video, but with different products. We don't need to be too hard on Black people, in my opinion. Is there truth to that? Do you feel like white people do the same thing, but with maybe
like trucks and stuff like that?
Exactly.
Trucks, tools, whatever they're into, they definitely do the same thing. It's all about spending habits at the end of the day. But then I'm just bringing up, where are we spending our resources, and could it go towards something that'll last longer or have more value in the end?
Yeah, there you
instead
go.
of last season's spring collection jacket.
Do you feel as though, because I don't know, like in terms of like wealth being like a status symbol and all that sort of stuff in the Black community, right? Why is that perceived as a bad thing? Because what I sometimes get the feeling is that sometimes when somebody wants to strive for wealth, when somebody wants to maybe create a business, when somebody just doesn't want to associate, maybe that's a strong word, but associate with being working class and being in a struggle, somebody starts reading books and start opening up their mind to certain things, people tend to look at them and think that person's a sellout.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why is that? And do you obviously we're not part of the the wider Asian community, but do you feel like that happens in those communities too?
No, I think they value like education. So they want you to work hard, they want you to read books, and they want you to get as far as you can. They want you to optimize your time here. And the way that we numerize that is how much money that you've made. So that's unfortunately how we see each other, but I think it's a good barometer of if you're, I don't know, smart or lucky or whatever your thing is, if you can accumulate a good amount of wealth.
But what's your thoughts on that, man? Do you feel, and also ask you, answer this. Do you feel like when you do get into a certain tax bracket, when you do become like bona fide middle class or maybe into the higher class, right, or upper class, is there pressure to continue those spending habits? Or do you feel like once you're there, you're there?
There won't be pressure for me.
Okay.
But I do see quite a few people who do feel pressure
Okay.
because their main goal was to be accepted by them in the first place. I could care less about being accepted by them.
Who is the them though? In that, because it's going to lead into my next question. Who's the them?
Who's the them that they want to be accepted by?
Yeah.
The upper class?
Okay, so it's not a race thing.
Well, I don't think so. I mean, yes and no, dependent on the world in which it is that you live in. This particular country, you would tend to see only white people in that particular category. So yes, it would be not dancing for the white gaze, but looking for their validation. 100%.
What do you think about that?
I don't like that, actually. I don't like that wealth is associated with whiteness. But I've been in Africa and Senegal. I've seen, ballers who are like my uncle.
Yeah.
So I don't have that view of it. But then you do get the people who, you start, working corporate and stuff like that. They're like, you're selling out. This is, what are you doing? Or you start reading books and then like, and you're lame or something like that.
Because like to me, and I feel like we sometimes get this on the show as well, yeah, where if somebody has a different opinion because they maybe value wealth building, and obviously the way they want to build wealth is different to maybe how we're taught in society to do so. People look at them as though, oh, they're not really a good representation of the community as a whole. Why is that the case? And I'm just trying to wonder if that happens in the Asian community, if that happens in the white communities, you know what I'm saying? Where somebody just sees the world differently and they're moving down that path to get to a particular place. And, you know what I mean? Like, they're just being kind of criticized for it and made to feel as though, wait a minute, who do you think you are that you can be the one who's going to go over there? You know what I'm saying? Oh, they view us all the same and this, that, and that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And it, as I'm even talking about this now, it just reminded me of Yasmin, who came on the show the other day. And she's obviously talking about how much she earns and the fact that she was basically saying to people, oh, like, I feel like as though there's opportunities in the tech sector where I am for black people. Let me show you the way. Let's all get there. Let's get the representation we need and just better your lives. And people's like, wait a minute, who do you think you are? Criticizing her and bringing her down. You know what I'm saying? So in my head, when somebody, maybe I'm kind of stretching it here, but when somebody makes a decision to be like, okay, cool, I'm not going to listen to the opinions of people who are in the backgrounds that I came from, and I now want to look to, I don't know, the upper class and the middle class where I want to go, and I start want to spend like them, I start want to living like them. Like, what do you expect though?
You can get wrapped up in trying to keep up with the Joneses, and a lot of people do fall for that. I think you have to be on your own journey. But where I'm from, like, it wasn't just like the socioeconomic. It wasn't just like black people. It was like poor whites and poor Hispanics, poor whatever. And then they do see you, going to uni and then working hard to strive for something. And then it is a bunch of, because I'm from a small town, so it's like, who do you think you are? Blah, blah, blah. Like, you do get that a lot, but I have bigger dreams than to stay here forever.
Is that in America or was that back home?
In America. Back home, they encourage you to just explore everywhere, do everything.
Yeah.
And
Why don't we get more of that messaging though? Like from back home, where it's like, wait a minute, back home, they're not haters.
yeah.
They want you to do better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why do you feel as though many people here don't know that?
Do they have it back home, the people here? Like, have they been to where they're from? Like, especially like, back home, they don't really. Most of their family is in America, so they stay in a certain district, but it's not really like they have a home to go back to, and then they could get like advice from people who live that different lifestyle. Because then it is a much simpler lifestyle than the one we have here in like the West.
Is it harder to become wealthy back home? Do you think? Do you feel opportunities are more scarce?
I don't think so. I have cousins my age and stuff, and they're doing their thing. They're in uni. They're working. So you could make it out there, but I think opportunities are in the West. So to do more things. So you could do if you have a dream of doing something really specific, it might not be back home, but it could be like France or anywhere.
Okay. If only mentions France though. Do you have family members that's gone to France?
Yeah.
And okay, what's the experience in France?
Paris,
Yeah.
they like it for the most part. I'm staying with my uncle for the holidays.
Okay.
And then his family lives there, but then his wife works in Angola.
Your uncle the baller.
Yeah, he's
All right, cool. What does he do?
He works in tech.
All right. And he's been working in tech for a while.
Yes.
And when you say he's a baller, as in it's very, very obvious that he lives a nice lifestyle.
Yeah, like I'll see him in Senegal, I'll see him in Paris, I'll see him he'll come to the States, you know.
That just means that he travels. He's got a passport. That doesn't mean. That
Yeah, but like the amount he travels, like his wife works in Angola, he'll go like every month, and then the kids, like he takes care of everybody, is what I'm trying to say.
All right, I want to know, is he flashy? Does he?
No.
All right, so you are saying that he is well-to-do because of how much he travels?
How much he travels and just the freedom he has. He has a lot of freedom. Most people are constricted to where they are time-wise or location-wise, but he'll get up and do whatever he wants.
I love that. I mean, Emmanuel, you see how certain people would showcase their Rolex, sorry.
Yeah.
Or purchase certain things when it is to go to a restaurant, like wine or whatnot. Could you ever see that similar status reflected in how much somebody travels,
I think so.
their level of wealth?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah?
Maybe not detail. You know what I'm saying, in terms of like, because obviously, like if you're very diligent, you can plan out your, I don't know, 2026. You know what I'm saying, like from now, get cheap flights and all that sort of stuff. So it may not be really.
Or it could be that for work that he needs to travel,
Yeah,
and it's not
true.
him that's paying for these
it.
tickets,
Yeah, that is true indeed.
right? So how do you know he's paying for these tickets? How do you know it's not work related?
Some of them is personal stuff, so
Is it business classes that he's flying?
I don't know. See that much detail, I don't know. But I know I see him in Senegal, I'll see him in Paris, I'll see him in the U.S. He comes visit us, stay at our house, but then he'll pay for everything and all that stuff. So I'm throwing baller on him because I know what he could do. So, but he's not very flashy like that with clothes and watches and stuff like that.
Can there ever be a flex? The same way how certain people would see showing a Rolex as a flex, right? Or wearing a particular T-shirt with, I don't know, like a speck just on this particular arm, and everybody knows that's like a 500-pound tee, right? And they will rock it. Can travel be a flex?
I think it's becoming that, to be fair.
Serious?
I think so. Because I think when you look on Instagram, you see people traveling, you look at where they're traveling to, the hotels they're in.
You're adding extra. You're adding extra.
So what do you mean?
You're
just,
then just to travel.
Okay.
Because the Rolex is just the wrist. So you jump in. I could hear you saying every single time he travels is business class or first class. Then I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
That's a flex, right? I can tell that he has money because this is how he's traveling, right? Minus the company actually paying for it.
Yep.
But just traveling, just having your passport being full, can that be a flex? And is that even is that as bad as or perceived as bad as the Rolex or the champagne?
Because you're getting experience from the
Right?
traveling.
That's exactly
But this is like a very, I don't know what the word is, superficial maybe?
Material
Lovely.
or something.
Stay right there. And it's possible to even spend more money doing the traveling than the actual.
Than the one Rolex, yeah.
Do you understand? Where based on the video that you've shown,
But
go on.
But where are you traveling to? Right?
And what you doing?
And for what reason?
where you're gonna spend 25K.
Huh?
Yeah, like the Rolex will cost you 25K for
Okay.
example. Where are you traveling to in the space of I don't know 2 weeks
Yeah.
where you're spending 25K?
Maybe like dubs.
But
No,
yeah,
but what you're looking to do there would then fall
Exactly.
into that same type of superficial type of lifestyle. Is that where you're
yeah,
going?
so it wouldn't just be the traveling.
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
you're adding the extra stuff
yeah,
onto it.
exactly. So would just the traveling ever be as much a flex as buying a Rolex?
Not outwardly, so people would have to get to know you a little bit. But
Yeah.
they could see you walking down the street with a Rolex. Even me, I'll notice a Rolex. I'm like, oh, I got.
How come you're noticing this stuff? Like, what does it look? What does it look like? I think I've seen a Rolex before. I
Of
think.
course, yeah.
Really? You know,
Why are you so certain I have?
it's pretty.
Because yeah,
Don't-
you
don't do
got
that.
people, you
Don't-
probably got people that come record. They got Rolexes.
And they wear it here?
Maybe not
For
wearing
sure.
hair, but you would have
Yeah.
seen them out.
You seen
Mark's-
no
I'm pretty sure Mark's
behavior?
got
Yeah,
one.
they. What's it called? A kettle.
Wait a minute. Marx has a Rolex?
I don't know, man. I ain't talking about his business.
I don't know if I've ever seen him wearing watches. I've seen Loons have a
Loons
watch on.
has one for sure.
Loons has one?
Yeah.
Wait, this is a...
I don't mean to watch.
No, but to be fair, Luz has spoken about it. On,
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
like,
They've
on
talked.
show and
They've
that,
talked
innit?
Rolex on the show.
That is
Yeah.
crazy. Loons has one?
Why is that
Why
crazy?
I'm surprised, man.
all right. All right. So, all right. You said that you've seen people with the Rolex. I cut you off. Continue your thoughts.
But then yeah, it's like a status symbol. I'm like, oh, he can afford a Rolex. So then I'll notice. And I like watches as well. I hope to get one in the future. So I notice it.
Is this a status symbol?
Apple Watch?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right.
And I think
For
especially
validation.
probably the new one, isn't it? What's the one Gina has? Is that the same one? What's that? The Ultra one, yeah? There you go.
So you like track your
there you
sleep?
go.
Yeah, you guys are teched up. That's a
All right,
flex.
then. I
Exactly.
just like it because it's big.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. My previous one that was stolen,
What?
somebody
saying?
came in here and stole it. I'm
In here?
convinced. I'm convinced.
Wow. Was it charging or something?
No, if it was charging, then I would have been able to find it.
So you had it off
Because-
somewhere?
Yes, I had it off. It wasn't stolen from my hand.
Oh wow.
No, because steal stuff from my hand.
All
I
right,
mean,
then.
know about it.
Oh,
yeah,
because if it wasn't charging, like you would have known where it is, sort of thing.
yeah. The battery died.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's possible that I've placed it somewhere. I don't know, in some pocket or something, and I just can't find it anymore. But I am convinced that some cretin that
what I
no
mean?
behavior brought in here.
What?
I did, yes.
it's not no behavior, man.
I've even whittled it down to a particular podcast group.
You have a suspect?
Imagine. Can you
He has a
imagine?
bulletin board.
But yeah. So I had to basically be forced to now get the one that I like, which is the bigger face.
There you go,
And
man.
what do you use it for? Do you track your sleep? Do you answer messages on it?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. I fully use it.
And do you run and stuff and do the
Yes.
tracking? Okay.
Yes,
all right.
yes. I do
Yeah.
marathons and stuff.
Do you? Oh, is that true? Is he joking right now?
I mean, he might want to identify as a
The thing
marathon
is,
the
runner.
marathon.
the weirdest thing is, the biggest use of this is for me to actually wake up in the morning. Sometimes my phone does not go off,
The alarm?
but my watch has always basically vibrated and went off.
Okay.
So there were a couple times when I was holding off even getting this because I'm thinking, nah, either I find it or it's returned to me.
Yeah.
Or I get like a smaller face one, right? Because this was a bit expensive. But then I woke up twice late because I didn't have a watch in my hand.
Yeah, man.
Do you understand? So this is necessity.
Okay.
Well, not the big face. So I was like, if I'm going
But
to
a
get
new
one,
watch, yeah.
I'm going to get one. Why am I going to get one that I don't like
Exactly.
compared to what is here? So I just got a big one.
Because you were gonna spend the money anyway, so just spend the extra.
Yeah, I didn't want to spend the money. Like somebody stole from me. Yeah, that's right. Somebody stole from me.
Just charge it. Charge it to the game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so obviously, like in those circles where people care about the tech on your wrist and stuff like that, that would be a flex, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
And the same thing with the traveling. I think, depending on where you go, it will be a flex.
Yeah.
I think, you know what I'm saying? But just traveling by itself, it's more so, like you said, the experience and the knowledge you get from, you know what I mean, from traveling. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I was going to say something. Black Rob, yeah, he basically said something in the chat. He said, because obviously it was about, we mentioned Yasmin, and he basically said, where is it? Let me read it out for you. Where was it? He said Yasmin's a prime example. If she had made her money from music or sports, she wouldn't have got the pushback that she got.
That's true. I mean, but people are just more endeared to talent like that. They love sports. They love artists. And what do they say in would you get a fake Rolex? But I do notice that in America, like you see like 5-star recruits, and if you play basketball, like the world is at your feet. But the guy who's number one in the class doesn't really get like moved, man.
Yeah.
Like,
But is there something to be said about that in the sense that the person who's number one in the class, what does anybody around them gain from him being number one? Or she being number one?
That's true. So, like, by watching this guy, you get entertainment, or the singing, you get entertainment.
Yeah.
But this guy, I mean, be nice to him. He might create Google.
But if I'm bad to him, he still could create Google.
That's true. But then now he might not treat you nice, or something like that. You could be like, I knew that guy, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they gain nothing immediately from just being nice to the. But I don't know. Like when I was in school, I was top 10. You saw my resume. My job. I didn't have a job when I was like 16, 17. So I would do math homework for people. And I made like $1,000 one time.
Come on.
There you go.
Come on, man.
That was my thing. Like I'll just be like, because we did math like on the computer.
Yeah.
And I finished like a year early. So then I was like, all right, I'll do yours. I'll do yours.
Sorry,
That-
you finished a year early. What does that mean?
So you have to, in high school, you have to finish up to like, not calculus, what's right before, algebra 2.
Okay.
And then the next level is college algebra. And then I didn't start college algebra until I was in college. So I had a year where I was just chilling. I didn't have to do math anymore. So then I'll take people's computers. I'm like, all right. And these were pretty easy because people were in the lower.
No, okay.
So you can basically decide when you finish a framework of education?
Yes, yeah. Because we had the Chromebooks. So then people were, and I didn't have like a phone till really late. So then I'd just go home and I'd finish all mine like, you know.
Are these assignment based?
Yes.
Things? Oh, okay. And you could just during your holidays you can just bang it out?
Yep. But people just wouldn't do it. They wouldn't even open their computer when they got home because a lot of them, you know, they were 16, they're working at Dunkin', they're working here. They just wanted money.
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
How does that work? Can't you cheat?
you can, yeah. I've seen people get caught cheating, like hand on the shoulder because you're on like a calculator on your phone. But
Well, if you're home and you're allowed to continue the course at home,
the test is, you can only do the quizzes and the tests in class because the teacher has to give you the password.
okay.
But the homework and the topics you do on your own.
Right, I'm still puzzled because you're now saying that you use class time to do your tests.
Yeah.
What are everybody else doing once is you decided that you're going to allocate this time?
I mean, so
finish it?
everyone's on their computer and we're all on different stages. So then, like, I had a friend, he's way past everybody. He finished a year early as well, but he'd drive to go to the community college and take college math then, you know? Because he's also an engineer major. So we both have a minor in mathematics.
Congratulations. This is still strange to me. Are you understanding this, Emmanuel?
Yeah.
It's more...
All right, I want you to explain it to me then.
Is it like coursework, basically?
Yes, yeah.
Basically, yeah.
It's more individual work, and then you could ask the teacher for help with you personally, but it's not like a big lesson for everybody because we're all at different levels.
All right, don't run on. So at the beginning of the year, everybody's at the same level.
Yep.
Mino, I'm talking to you now because you
Okay.
understand it. Everybody's at the same level, right?
Yeah.
And during the course of the year, you have certain tasks to complete, certain tests to do, right? And you can decide what lesson you look to do the next task.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
No, I
you
think
said
it's
you
more
understand.
So, it's more. I think it's more so in your free time, innit?
Is it free time?
Free time as well as school time.
But
yeah.
I thought you said that the teacher basically looks.
The test
Only at tests and quizzes. So at the end of that particular section, you have to take a test for you to go to the next section. So then, let's say I finish all my coursework at home.
As in reading.
No, it's math. This is only for math.
Reading the math. As in studying it.
Yeah.
All right. So you study the material at home, and then you take the test in the class.
Yes.
So, are there set aside days where everybody is taking tests?
No.
So you decide that you're going to utilize this particular lesson to take your test.
Yes.
So what are other people doing when you decide to go? Pew!
They're doing they're still doing their coursework.
That he was doing at home.
Yeah, we're all on the laptop. Everybody had a laptop. They gave us. I didn't have a phone. Like when I used to go home and we'd get on Google Hangouts on the computer. Like, hey guys, what's up? And then we'd all talk and stuff like that.
I think I understand now. So you can decide. Let's just say there are 84 days in the year, school days, right? You can decide to use a quarter of those days for the test days, and in summer holidays you can cram all of the study work, and then come and say for the next 5 days, I'm going to do tests on each of those days, and the teacher says, "All right, cool.
Yep.
All right then." I understand now. I think I understand now. And you're a whole year ahead.
Yeah, I finished a year early, so then I could have did the college math a bit early, but then I'm like, I'm making money doing this. I didn't have a job either, so I'm like, this is paying for my coffee.
Yeah.
That's good, man. That's good. That's why Izzy asked if we want coffee. Cause
I'm a coffee drinker, but I have juice and stuff and water.
You've bought like whole cartons of.
I didn't know how many people were gonna be here.
That's nice. That's nice. I don't see any pastries in there.
I didn't know what type.
But wait. This is unacceptable. You have an uncle that's a baller. I'm looking forward to the pastries. You've just brought juice.
I brought juice for now, but then we'll get pastries after the show.
Nah. You can't redeem yourself after.
I made a bad impression.
That's fine. Are you here on Friday?
Yeah.
All right. We have a club night at the Ned on Friday. You should come along. You got any friends here?
Yeah.
What, male friends, female friends?
I have both.
Already?
I mean, they're from US and they study abroad here or work here.
All right, cool. How many?
I have like 2 friends, and then
cool.
I have one that I met in Spain that's here in London.
All right, cool. You can bring them along. It'll be nice to see you in that environment.
I'm down.
So you spend your uncle's money.
I have my own money now.
Right there. Right there. All right, man. This question, Brent, would you get a fake Rolex? Like,
Yeah, but would you get a fake Rolex?
I don't have place any value in the Rolexes, right? Or maybe I don't do it right now.
Yeah.
It's not something I look at my hand and I'm like, ooh, I want a Rolex. But maybe if it is, if I did care about that kind of stuff, would I get one at this time? I guess if I cared about it, right?
Yeah.
I'm guessing he's paralleling it to the cologne thing.
No. Also, something else. It made sense why I brought it up. I can't remember now though.
To fit in, and maybe you don't want to spend the actual money. I have friends my age back home who have fake Rolexes, and I'm like, what's the point?
But if it achieves the goal of buying a real Rolex,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But then I'm like, you spent real money on a fake Rolex. So.
Yeah, but you could see it as getting a Rolex at a discount. It's not a real Rolex, but it's a Rolex to everybody else.
True.
You know what I mean?
You'd have to really know watches to know, oh, that's not real.
This is it. So,
Stacey, you're saying that it's not how it works, the whole year ahead stuff. Can you explain to me how it works? I think he would know how it works.
no,
This is
only-
just at
only
this is just
Stacey
at my
does.
school. This is just at my school. But Alex is it's a math program for the computer, and I know they introduced it to unis in Connecticut. So then people who thought they escaped it in high school had to do it again in college.
Oh. Stacey? Because Stacey knows. All right. I think we can wrap it up there. Actually, no. Before we do, what do you think about the similar to the whole fake Rolex thing? Because obviously, I'm seeing people in the chat mentioning about how there's been certain people, celebrities, people with money that have bought fakes. You know what I'm saying? Just to save their money, but because they know it's kind of expected of them to have these luxury goods.
Like I could afford it anyway.
Yeah,
so
you know what I'm
you
saying?
shouldn't question me. Yeah.
Exactly.
I
And it
have-
will achieve the same goal.
I have also heard that they will have a replica of what they own
Yes.
because when they go out, it could be jacked.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that they can't afford it.
Yeah, 100%.
I think that's wise, right?
Fair enough, yeah.
But I don't know if it was Mark Zaloons who said, "Don't buy it if you can't protect it." You know?
Oh, is it?
I heard that, yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense. And plus, where would you then enjoy it?
Exactly. Like,
what I'm saying?
where do you just on edge the whole time while you have your nice watch? You know?
Isn't it like art?
Some, yeah, 100%.
Like a collection.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't walk around the street with your art collection. Some people even keep it in flipping warehouses.
Yeah,
Never
that's true.
show it. They will get a replica and put it in their house.
But then you're buying it because of, like you said, the appreciation and the fact that it's an investment. You know what I'm saying? But some people want to enjoy it. It's a work of art. It's brilliant engineering. You know what I'm saying?
Hence the replica.
Yeah, but the brilliant engineering is not in the replica.
Yeah.
It's in-
That's so interesting how that's perceived. Can you make it? Make an example with you in mind, where you wouldn't mind doing the fake, and still get benefit from having, from knowing that you have the real. Because art wouldn't work for you, as you say.
No.
Fake Rolex wouldn't work for you. What would work for
I'll
you?
do the Rolex. Why not?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Have the
because you
real
can't
one at
protect
home.
it.
No, because I just don't want to maybe bring out the real one all the time. 100%. Why not?
But that's not
It's-
what
it's
Lutz
kind-
and Mark says.
Yeah, he doesn't have to live by that.
No, but it's also because of not protecting from people, but protecting from yourself and damage and things like that. Okay, cool. I want to wear something, and it looks good. But where I'm going, I don't know. I may brush it on something.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, just little things where it's like, cool. I don't want to have to deal with the fact that now it's kind of like putting a thingy on a case on your phone. Like, many of us don't enjoy the brilliant engineering of the phone.
Yep.
Because you're scared of the damage. You know what I'm saying? But if you had a fake, for example, and you cared about how it looked to people, then you might go out somewhere, as long as the phone worked to some degree, with this fake phone.
So would you wear a fake Rolex?
Yeah, I would, yeah.
Cool, man.
I wouldn't go places that matter to me with a fake Rolex though.
You would wear the real one.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Because you would know that the real people in there would tell it's fake.
No, because of me. I'm not wearing it for anybody else. I'm wearing it for me.
All right, tell me the difference then.
So again,
you would wear the fake Rolex to go on paintball.
maybe, yeah.
All right.
Or I'm going to the shop. It's on my wrist. You know what I'm saying?
You would wear a Rolex to the shop.
It's a watch though. I want to tell
Ah,
time.
okay, cool.
You know, yeah.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. I want to tell time because your phone doesn't work. So when it is that you go to a nice function,
Yeah.
you'd wear the real one,
Oh, most definitely.
and because
For the same reason I wear a good suit or good shoes. You know what I'm saying? It's just presentable. How you feel. You know what I'm saying?
when you say presentable,
Yeah.
you mean mentally, because
And how-
if it's identical,
Yeah.
the presentation's the same.
That is true. But I think also, yeah, it probably is a mental thing as well. You know, how you feel about something. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Could you ever live it down if it is that you got caught wearing a fake Rolex in the midst of real Rolex wearers?
The thing about me is,
Would you say, no, I've got one at home?
no, but
He's definitely bringing that out.
No, that was
he's recording at home.
but I don't know. Like, I don't feel like I need to prove. Like, I don't need to prove like what I've got to anybody. Do you get what I'm saying? So
So you would just say,
yeah,
You just let them
I,
mock
I
you?
might feel some type of way if I'm in the presence of people who are all above me. But if I'm in the presence of people, regular Joes, come on now, what are you gonna tell me?
above you in what sense?
Like, as in they're all 7 figures up.
Okay, so that's why you'd wear the real one there.
No, I would wear it even amongst my own people in a nice function. You know what I'm saying? But if I was going to that sort of thing, yeah, I would 100%. But again,
Because-
people are different. I remember speaking to somebody. Yeah,
Before you finish that thought,
yeah.
can you tell a fake Rolex by the
Me
eye
personally?
test? No.
Or somebody.
Like Loons, can he tell a fake Rolex?
I don't know. You have
I
to speak
think
to them.
so. I think so.
Is it
But
because he said it?
there's a range though. You know,
Is it
remember this?
because he said it?
Yeah, he's like, I heard he say like that was a bug roller or something like that. But some people can, especially if you have like more than one and you're into it. Like, and people like flip it because they'll get this one for 10, but it's now worth 15, so they'll sell it and then get another one for 10 and stuff like that. So they
I'm
can tell.
so interested in this. Like, I'm guessing there are different levels of forgery, right?
Exactly.
Where you might get the spelling
Some are
wrong, and this,
terrible.
but the good ones,
Yeah, you
I'm
can't
sure
tell.
there are good ones out there.
Yeah, and you
right?
won't be able to tell.
So he wouldn't be able to tell.
I don't think so. I think there's ones where, but again, those are probably costly though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you
You
probably
might as well just get the real one.
But
Oh, serious?
It's
like
half.
eerily identical ones. You can get like an.
that costs a lot of money, man.
That's,
To get a good fake,
and when you say a lot of money, like
probably hundreds, man. Hundreds, I'd say.
that's not a lot. If it is
Yeah.
25Ks,
That's why I said it's not necessarily you might as well get.
Yeah, the real
Because
one, yeah,
it's 25K still, you know what I mean? But most people won't spend hundreds on a watch. Most people do that only now because Apple and Samsung got these watches.
yeah.
But regular Joes are not spending £500 on a watch.
Some people are like it, especially if you're building up a watch collection. I know people who are starting off. you know.
but those people like it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But somebody who's just got a normal 9 to 5 or I don't know, earns 30, 40, maybe even 50K. I don't see them spending £700-800 on a watch if it's not something that kind of works in the whole ecosystem of the Apple, and I just don't see it.
I think for me, it's audio equipment. I'm a
Yeah,
snob.
there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for that. Or my computer, when it is I'm building my computer, I'm going for the top range, right? And yeah, nobody sees what's inside there. When they talk to me and they say, "Have you got such and?" I'm like, "Yeah."
I have this processor.
Yeah.
And that's your thing, you know? Yeah.
What's it for you?
What's it for me? What is it for me? I don't know. That's a good question.
España.
It's fine. I don't know. I've just been saving my money. I don't know. I wanna.
Hear that, girls?
You said what?
Nothing.
I've been saving my money. I want to get big assets when I go back home. So, I've just
As
been,
in Senegal?
no, in U.S. in Senegal, my family's pretty well.
All right then. The type of assets that you're looking to basically save your money up for in the US look like what?
I want to buy a house. I do want to. After I buy a house, I want to move to like. I just want to move somewhere. I want to buy a house just for my mom and dad.
Come on.
Stay here.
Come on, not your uncle.
My uncle's fine. And then after that, I just want to maybe a new car. I don't really care about a new car. I have a 2010 Toyota Corolla. So I'm just gonna probably buy a house and then save my money again. Try to move probably. I want to do like a big city thing, maybe New York City.
All right, then you need money then.
Yeah. So and then whilst you're out there, I want to live comfortable. But I don't really collect anything as of right now or have much interest. But I've been going to the football while I've been out here. I went to the Atletico Madrid game last weekend. It was good.
Okay.
But you're not a fan of
No,
you just
I
want
like
the experience.
Chelsea, but they're playing on Sunday. I'll be gone by then.
Okay. Yeah, sorry about that.
It's all good. I'll be back.
You will be. All right.
Maggie misinterpreted what I said, man. She said something along the lines of me saying to look good. Sorry, a good watch. Something along the lines of a good watch has to be a Rolex or something.
No, there's
she
plenty
said-
of other brands.
Yeah, she said, to look smart, I would wear the fake Rolex. Huh? Anyway.
Maggie means well, you know.
Yeah, she's my
she
younger
always
sister, man.
mean- She's one of me as well.
Yeah, before I thought she was one of the
Nah, she's not.
yeah, but now I know she's one of us.
She's
Not a hater?
joshing. She's joshing.
Yeah, she's not a hater. You know what I'm saying? She's trying. But yeah. All right, man.
Before we move on to the headlines, what do you think about the Kendrick and Drake latest debacle with the UMG thing?
Corporate collusion
Corporate
is illegal. And I'm Team Aubrey. I'm Team Drake. I'm a Drake fan. In the Northeast, we still like Drake. So I'm not gonna stop listening. And anytime people play Kendrick, I'm like, turn that off.
Oh,
please.
serious?
I just don't like. It's not my thing. Please.
Who won the battle?
Kendrick won the battle, but I think Drake won the war for me.
Okay.
But the war's still
Still
going.
go-
but,
but us.
but I'm like, but for me, he can never lose for me.
God damn.
Okay.
God.
I hear it. It's similar to take that Muggs thing, though, isn't it?
I
Maybe not
don't
about the
know.
war. Maybe not the war thing. But just that the battle, Kendrick won the battle. You know
But
what
I'm
saying?
kind of scared for him because this is now kind of Michael Jackson territory. He's suing the label. He's suing a big corporation. What they're accusing him of and stuff like that. I'm like, they ran the same playbook.
But
And
Drake-
what happened to Michael Jackson?
Michael Jackson wasn't Jewish.
Oh, Drake is part. So okay.
You
I
know
want
what
to
I
get in
mean?
trouble.
Well, all right. Let's go on to our next set of headlines.
Yeah.
All right, people. So, doctors are hailing a new way to treat serious asthma and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease attacks that marks the first breakthrough for 50 years and could be a game changer for patients. A trial found offering patients an injection was more effective than the current care of steroid tablets and cuts the need for further treatment by 30%. The results could be transformative for millions of people with asthma and COPD around the world. So hopefully it works out good, man. One of the lead investigators, Professor Mona Bafadel of King's College London, said that this could be a game changer for people with asthma and COPD. Treatment for asthma and COPD exacerbations have not changed in 50 years, despite causing 3.8 million deaths worldwide combined. And this drug is a safe and effective drug already used to manage severe asthma. And she goes on to say that we've used the drug in a different way at the point of an exacerbation to show that it's more effective than steroid tablets, which is the only treatment currently available. Next headline, and police forces have stopped using Elon Musk's X social media platform amid concerns about misinformation. So X was used to spread false information that sparked riots across Britain this summer, and the app has also reinstated British-based accounts that were previously banned for extremist content. Musk's comment in August that civil war in Britain was inevitable drew rebukes from down the street and police leaders. North Wales police stopped using X in October, it was reported, while other forces are moving in the same direction. West Midlands Police is one of Britain's biggest police forces, and they reduced their X posts by around 95%. Lancashire Police in the north of England cut their usage of X by around 3/4 compared with a year ago. And our last headline, trigger warning on this one. Domestic abuse victims will be able to apply for protection orders to indefinitely ban their ex-partners from approaching them without having to go through the police. So Labour is expanding the powers to enable not only the police but also the victims, their family, friends and other third-party agencies to apply to the courts for indefinite bans on abusers making contact with victims or going within a certain distance of them or their homes. They will also be compelled by law to notify police of any name or address changes. They could be electronically tagged in the most serious cases and face up to 5 years in jail for any breach of the orders. The orders are to be piloted in Greater Manchester, in London, and also with the British Transport Police from Wednesday, and will, for the first time, cover all types of domestic abuse. This includes physical, psychological, stalking, and also coercive control. The DAPOS, which is the new Domestic Abuse Protection Orders, will also be handed out by all courts, family, civil and criminal, which will mean that more domestic abusers will be forced to live under restrictions. So previously the orders were limited to 28 days, but under the changes by Labour, this can be sought for an indefinite period. I think a lot of people will be happy with that, man.
I think that's a W for safety.
Yeah, so big up Labour for doing that, man.
Off subject.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently,
Talk to us.
the community is saying that you look like Lucky Day.
You know what I got in Spain? They told me I look like Rema. I've
Oh,
heard
is it?
before I look like Paul Pogba, but when my hair was shorter. You know, I think this is just casual racism.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I ever see that.
It's just a hairstyle.
I don't know.
know
Someone
what I'm
says
saying?
Kabi.
Oh, Javi Lam? I know Javi. Yeah, I've gotten that back home as well.
Serious? This is Habi.
Yeah, and he's Senegalese too, so I kind of get
Serious?
it. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, these Senegalese people are handsome people, man.
thank you.
No. Okay. All right. Have it. Have it. Yeah, man. Anyway.
Yes. Let's go into People's Journal.
Okey-dokey.
All right, people, welcome to the People's Journal, where I give you the news from an economics point of view. Before we go into some of the real economics, what do you feel about Elon Musk and what he's doing with X?
Elon Musk, he's always wanted to do X, actually, since before he had Tesla and all that stuff. He wanted to make it bigger. So then I think when the opportunity presented itself, he jumped at it. But I do think it's a bigger play here with geopolitics and what's going on, because now he can inflate whatever numbers.
Sure.
So I think he has the biggest media platform, which could be dangerous. So, but I don't know what his intentions are.
Okay, so dangerous because it's in his hands.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Because he could have his own agendas that he could probably pull off now, or pull off way easier now that he has the code, the back end of the application.
Couldn't you say that about anybody?
Like you could, especially back they showed with the Twitter files that the White House would go in and suppress certain stuff, and which is basically election interference. But now it's given to the other side, which I don't know if that's much better, but it's not. It's never going to be an arbitrary body. It's going to be like one person who owns it.
Do you like the other day we were chatting about how now you can block someone but still see their tweets and stuff, right?
That's crazy, yeah.
Insane. Do you feel like I don't know? In my head, I'm trying to think if there's a way where what he did makes sense. Do you feel like it's just crazy period and that features should not be there?
Yeah, he's just trying to add new features. I think what's the Chinese app where they have everything with where you could pay, you could like Huawei or something like that. So I think he's trying to create like a Western version. WeChat, yes,
WeChat.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he's trying to create a Western version of that. So he's throwing stuff at the wall just to move the app forward. So then there's gonna be some hits and misses, but I'd like to look at the intention of what he's trying to do.
What's WeChat like?
It's everything. It even has your social credit score.
Okay.
Like, if it is that you don't like help people.
Or litter.
Oh,
Yeah,
serious?
yeah,
All that
yeah.
sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Black
Black Mirror stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Black Mirror. That's like what WeChat is. It's everything.
You think that's good?
I think do I think it's good?
Yeah.
No, I don't think that all of that access to one's life is fair. Because
Fair on who?
on the subjects of the land.
Okay. Maybe this is a topic of the day. Because I'm thinking, would that not prevent people from wasting their time? You know, women like to say, "Oh, he wasted my time." like, wouldn't that prevent?
Have you gone with women?
No, because a lot of the time
They do be saying that.
you know what I'm saying? Like, men typically don't say, "Oh, the woman wasted my time," sort of thing, innit? But that's
Oh, 100% they do. When it is that they're there buying them drinks and whatnot, and they don't get any play.
yeah,
Not
but
really.
I mean, yeah, that's like just like 10 minutes of time, innit? But not like, "Oh, you wasted 4 years of my life."
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, men don't say that sort of stuff.
Like,
innit?
see, now you're giving me more detail. Go on.
So let's just say, like, if a woman could see the men around and say, "Wait a minute, this guy's social credit score is down there. I'm not gonna waste my time talking to this individual. He can tell me he's a changed man, but am I gonna risk it?" You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
is that maybe not a good thing?
See, that's the
Could be,
redeeming
but
quality
then,
of
but then you gotta
the
think of the
system.
ones who like the ones with the bad social credit score, you know? Like
This is true. This is very true. But then at least it's there available, so
yeah.
you don't have to dig. You
No
know, he's-
surprises.
Yeah, red flag galore. Just go straight to him.
But I was actually talking about this with my friend. They came out with a study on the dating apps. Like, I think 20% of men get swiped on. But then I'm like, oh, that's scary that they've been tracking. Like, who's getting swiped on? Like,
Yeah.
so they can know you like 5'3" girls who are in this 20-mile radius. So then they just keep track of that. So then they could come out with a study. Because then the study probably only gives us half the data. They probably have the other half where they can sell ads on it.
This is true. I think there might be a topic of the day there.
I do believe that he is looking to turn X into that. That's his
WeChat.
long-term plan. Yeah, he did. He even did say that. Not that he wanted to replicate WeChat, but he wanted to have everything on one particular platform, and that's why it's this whole identity stuff. He definitely doesn't want like not trolls, but those eggs. Your identity. You need to prove that you are a certain person. If it is
Yeah,
you're not
attach your
looking
ID.
to- yeah.
But people say that because then the trolls, they're like, oh, you have no face on this account. Da, da, da. So if some people would like that you have to put your real name and your ID.
Yeah.
And some people like staying anonymous online. So that'll be the crossroads where, people have to make a decision.
How about you? Do you prefer anonymity over anything else?
Me, yeah, kind of. I wouldn't want to give my ID but I use my real name and stuff, so.
Yeah. Yeah. It's one that I'm pretty sure all of us are going to have to make a decision about in the next few years, man. But anyway, Uber is facing investigation, man, by the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission in America, into its flagship subscription plan. So, do you use Uber?
Yeah.
What's the other ones in America? Bolt. Do you guys have Bolt as well?
Not really in America. We use Uber and Lyft.
That's the
some
one,
Some people use Bolt, maybe. I don't know.
Why Uber over Lyft? Or it doesn't matter to you?
I have both apps, so whichever is closer, whichever is cheaper. So like, I'll see. All right, $687. This one's $9. I'll go with the $687.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, basically, for those who don't know, Uber has this subscription model called Uber One, where it basically offers like discounts on rides and deliveries and all that sort of stuff. They got 25 million subscribers, and the FTC's investigation is basically following similar actions against other companies as well about their subscription. So Bloomberg was first speaking about this, and they basically said that the FTC was probing them basically over the enrollment and the cancellation procedures that was basically tied into their whole subscription model. And apparently, where is it? Let me just read a bit about the Uber One cancellation process. Basically, it follows both the letter and the spirit of the law. This is what Uber said. Uber One members can easily cancel their subscription, or their membership in app. In fact, the majority of those cancellations take 20 seconds or less. So basically, I think they're talking about how easy it is to get into it, but how difficult it is to get out of it.
Okay.
And I think we spoke about this before. I'm not too sure if this was about Apple as well, about the cloud service. So obviously, like, they've kind of designed their phones, and well, to be fair, you can still get obviously the 500, the 512, and the 1 terabit by phones and whatnot. But a lot of people are not going to be spending that much money on those things. But you would pay for the cloud service, right? And so you kind of get tied into, I don't know, a lifestyle where all your videos, pictures, and whatnot go onto the cloud. Then they can just increase the prices. And so it's going to be hard for you to actually ever get off of that sort of subscription thing. So long story short, that's what the FTC is looking into. So they're basically looking into Adobe as well. They're looking into Apple. They're looking into some other companies as well.
I do think they are guilty of that because they'll do like it's like a gym membership. You can sign up right there and then, but then it takes 30 days and you got to get on the phone with them for like 2 hours. Make sure I don't get charged next month.
But you see, in those cases, that's diabolical, man. You should be able to just do it from the app.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah. Unite is basically one of Labour's biggest funders, right? And they are pretty much, a union or whatever. And basically, they've got legal action that they're trying to pursue against the government to basically overturn all the cuts to the winter fuel payments for the millions of pensioners that will be affected by it. So I believe I mentioned this before. Long story short, the winter fuel payment is basically a lump sum of £200 a year for pensioners under 80, right? And that's going to be increased. It was increased to £300 for the over 80s. But from this winter, it's going to be restricted to only those who qualify for pension credit. So before, this wasn't the case. Pensioner, everyone gets it. Now, only if you've got pension credit or some other means-tested assistance benefit, right? That's when you get your winter fuel payment, which means 10 million pensioners overnight will now no longer be able to receive this.
Wow.
So United's basically saying a lot of them will suffer. A lot of them will be in the cold, literally. You know what I'm saying? Just there having to manage with blankets and whatnot, especially the vulnerable people. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, a lot of those people probably would be entitled to pension credit anyway, but 10 million people is a lot of people.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So 10 million, that is crazy. 10 million pensioners.
That is a lot.
So yeah, so they're basically pursuing legal action against the government to try and get that overturned. And if it does happen, guys, I will let you know. But in the meantime, if you've got pensioners in your family, the elderly, who are entitled to pension credit and are not getting this payment, make sure they do. And if, for example, you're not too sure, you can go onto the gov.uk website and basically see if they'll be entitled. And yeah, make sure they get it, man. Since they're entitled to it. That's what their taxes went towards, you know what I'm saying? And the last thing I wanted to mention is, obviously now it's basically Black Friday, right? So that's all over the place. But there's a little article here, basically, which kind of gives little tips on how to not get ripped off, innit? Ripped off. Because the reality is, Black Friday is not always the cheapest time to buy goods.
Because don't they just increase the prices and then give you 30% off? It's basically the original price.
Exactly. So bear that in mind, people. I think there's some apps now, innit, Brent? That you can kind of, like plugins and stuff, innit? Where it kind of tracks certain products for the entirety of the year. So maybe that's something that people can do. Also, what it says, make a list and stick to it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, if you like Brent, you like your tech and all that sort of stuff, this is the time where they're going to be pushing all of that into your face, innit? Be mindful. Make a list of the essentials. If it's a good price, then you can get it. If not, don't waste your money, man. Especially since Christmas is coming. You might get something in Boxing Day as well.
Yep.
So, yeah, bear that in mind. Like I said, compare historic prices. Also, certain things you can get secondhand, man. You know what I'm saying? eBay is the place, man. A lot of things you can get in like new or very good condition. You wouldn't even be able to tell the difference.
I am the king of eBay.
There you go.
Yeah. So even the watch, I got this open once, never used.
You see?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
See?
I saved I don't know what, 600 on it.
Save £600.
This is it, man.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
See what I'm saying? So yeah, people, that's the trick right there, man.
But I read an article that probably sales are going to go down because people's credit cards are pretty maxed out and the cost of living thing. So companies are pretty wary of going all out because then they don't know how much the people are actually going to spend.
That is true. But yeah, I guess we shall see what happens, man. We shall see what happens. Also, check for scams, man.
Yeah.
These times now.
Don't click that link.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? You get a lot of crazy text messages and stuff telling you, oh, yeah, claim this amount of money. Especially with those people who are basically, because again, we spoke about this in People's Journal maybe a few weeks ago, about, what do you call it? If you're paying student loans and stuff, there might be a certain amount of money you can claim back. Sometimes people are getting links to these websites telling you, oh, yeah, put your details in and basically claim the refund you're meant to be getting. Yeah, this is how they'll just clear out your bank account. So guys, double check, triple check for scams. Rebranded, big up Rebranded. He said, I already got my fragrance list for Black Friday. Liberty London will be seeing me this weekend. There you go, man. You know what I'm saying? Big up Rebranded.
I think you should come to me. You should come to me. I'll get you for the discounts. On the same fragrance. On the same fragrance, man. It's because you don't walk around with it in your pocket. God damn it. Nobody's gonna know what you have at home.
That's true.
Damn.
That's true.
Right.
But yes, all right, man. Let's wrap up that. Let's go into our last set of headlines. All right, people. Trigger warning on this one, man. 7 people have now been arrested by counter-terrorism police in London for suspected activity linked to the banned militant group, the Kurdistan Workers' Party, the PKK. So they've all been detained under the Terrorism Act and are in custody. There's not believed to be any imminent threat to the public linked to the matters under these investigations. That's what the forces said. But for those who don't know, the PKK is banned as a terrorist organization in Turkey, the US and the UK, and they have been fighting against the Turkish state since the 1980s for greater rights for the country's significant Kurdish minority. Officers are carrying out searches at least 8 different addresses across the capital, including the Kurdish Community Centre in Haringey, as part of the investigation. The search is expected to last up to a fortnight, with the centre and surrounding area closed to the public in the meantime. Following the arrest, large crowds gathered outside of the community centre and remained there into the evening. Videos show dozens of police forming a line and pushing protesters back. Scotland Yard confirmed 4 protesters were arrested on suspicion of support for a prescribed organisation, assaulting an emergency worker, making threats to kill, and a racially aggravated public order offence. Next headline, and the new government of Mauritius has raised concerns about the UK plans to secure a key US military base after giving up the sovereignty of the Chagos Islands. People familiar with its thinking said this is what people are saying. Anyway, so British Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer is seeking to finalise a long-term lease over the Diego Garcia base on the Indian Ocean's islands after a deal to relinquish control was agreed with the previous Mauritian leader last month. We spoke about this in the show briefly. However, since then, the Mauritian opposition party has won power in a landslide election, forming a new government led by somebody called Navin Ramgoolam, who previously called the deal high treason. So the new administration is set to debate concerns about the deal, including the length of the 99-year lease and also the UK's right to renew it in the coming weeks. So Jonathan Powell, who's Starmer's national security advisor, flew to Mauritius this week to meet with this same guy, Navin Ramgoolam, and discuss the deal, which the UK is preparing to ratify as a treaty. After meeting Powell, Ramgoolam said he needed more time to study the details of the agreement that was struck by his predecessor, with obviously legal advisors and things of that nature. And these obviously kind of include the financial settlement that Britain is offering Mauritius, which has not been made public, and the exact nature of the sovereignty that Mauritius would have over Diego Garcia and the other islands in the archipelago as well. And that is pretty much it. Last headline though, and yeah, Israel has imposed a last-minute curfew forbidding any Lebanese from crossing into the south of the country. So starting in the early hours of Wednesday morning, Israel and Hezbollah agreed to a 60-day pause halting the conflict that has killed thousands in Lebanon and displaced many more. We spoke about this yesterday. At 2:30 p.m. UK time, Israel's Arab spokesperson warned movement south of the Litani River in Lebanon is absolutely forbidden, starting in half an hour at a time. Statement said, whoever is in the north of the Litani River is prohibited from moving south, and whoever is in the south of the Litani River must remain where he is. We remind you that the IDF is still deployed in its positions in southern Lebanon in accordance with the terms of the ceasefire agreement, and our forces will deal firmly with any movement that violates this agreement. The terms stipulate that only official military and security forces in Lebanon are authorized to carry arms, with the foreign minister saying it could deploy at least 5,000 troops. If Israel believes Hezbollah has violated the terms, the Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, said that they have the right to attack, though Lebanese and Hezbollah officials reportedly claim otherwise. So they're already disagreeing on what's in the damn deal. But hopefully it doesn't escalate, man. Hopefully they can stay
peaceful.
Yeah, man. But that is it for our headlines. Let's get into the reaction. All right, people. Welcome to the reaction. There were some games yesterday.
I saw the Real Madrid Liverpool one, but Real Madrid had a lot of injuries. I predicted that they would lose.
Don't take that from Liverpool, man. Liverpool did a fantastic job.
I'm just saying I predicted the score.
Wait, you predicted 2-0?
No, I predicted that they would win.
Yeah, okay, cool. Well, let me tell you guys the score. The scores. Vesda, they beat Stuttgart 5-1. Sturm Graz beat Girona 1-0. Aston Villa drew with Juventus 0-0. Bologna lost to Lille 2-1. Celtic drew with Club Brugge 1-1. Dynamo Zagreb lost to Borussia Dortmund 3-0. Liverpool beat Real Madrid 2-0. Monaco lost at home 3-2, to Benfica. And PSV Eindhoven beat Shakhtar Donetsk 3-2. But yeah, man, Liverpool defeated Real Madrid 2-0 at Anfield in the Champions League, extending their winning streak to 5 matches. McAllister, Gakpo, they scored in the second half for Liverpool. And
Mbappe missed a pen.
yeah, there you go. And Salah as well.
Oh yeah, that's a lot as well. But I don't know why Brent's playing the horns. I thought you were an Arsenal fan.
Sorry, I guess I am an Arsenal fan, but what does that mean?
Aren't you going for the league?
we have Liverpool supporters, right? We have Chelsea supporters. We've got Aston Villa supporters. Each time it is that they win, I'll celebrate it.
Okay.
Nah, I'm very much community based, you know, and I'm not a hater like that.
You're not a tribal. I don't know.
I'm
You get
definitely
riled
tribal.
up. You get riled up.
Yeah, 100% when nonsense is talked about Arsenal. I mean, but nah, Liverpool. That's 5 games undefeated in the Champions League.
Yep,
That's crazy.
that's pretty crazy.
Plus, it's not stupid games they're playing.
no, they've been difficult.
And
games.
Real Madrid is Real Madrid is Real Madrid. Do you understand?
Yeah.
They've had injuries before and they've still won flipping Champions Leagues. So
Exactly.
this is not a small thing.
Not a small victory, but it's still the group stage. So
Look at this guy. Just hating. I can't like hate like that, man. I just can't. It's
I don't
possible
know.
for me to.
I be hating like that.
That's all right. That's all right, man. That's all right. How's Chelsea doing?
All right, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think we're a third place right now.
All right. Wait, I mean what? Champions League?
No, in the English league.
How
In the
about
Champions League, we're in the Conference League.
Oh,
but I
serious?
thought you knew that.
Ah, damn it. Sorry, man.
No, we're gonna win it with our second team.
Ah, of course.
Isn't this Arteta's like 5th season? You think you're gonna do something this year?
Yeah, sure.
Well, what's your prediction? The league, Champions League?
No. I don't think we're going to win the Champions League. It'd be nice, though.
Yeah.
And anything can happen, 100%. But I don't think that is what's going to happen. The league is still up for grabs.
Still open. Man City's fell off.
Yeah. Liverpool's doing very, very well. And that's what I'm saying. They've had Klopp for a while.
long time,
and he got them to where they are now. And people thought that when he left, they would just capitulate.
Yep.
So I like the fact that they haven't. Do you understand? I don't know if this is just a case of they're still playing the club system, and next year we might see what Slot actually does.
Can do,
Don't know, but I have to rate them for it, man, because of the expectations when Klopp left. 100%.
But then you don't think isn't Salah last year of his contract? I think the same thing with Trent, and then I don't know if Van Dijk's gonna stay as well. So
Well, this is
that's
why
the spine of the
this
team.
is why it's very, very interesting this season, because who knows what's going to happen at the end of the season, right?
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. The in the news right now, Salah is basically complaining that they ain't come to him and look to renew the contract and
Let's
whatnot.
go Saudi, man.
I don't know. I think it's good, man. I think it's good.
Because he's like what 32, 33, and he's like on 500K a week. Do you want to renew that for another 3 years?
I wanted to mention, are you a boxing fan?
A little bit, not really.
We might have the best card ever. The best boxing card
Upcoming?
ever. Yes. February 22nd, right? I believe it was, February 22nd, Riyadh season. Another amazing, Riyadh season boxing card, Saudi Arabia. But this might be, I know I've said this a few times, isn't it?
Yeah.
But they just keep getting better, man. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, the last time we had before Better BF, let me just tell you. So, 5 fights, right? At the moment, obviously, you might have some smaller fights, but the 5 main
card
fights,
fights.
on the card. You got Zhile Zhang. Zhang is back, right? He's gonna be fighting Caballero. Caballero is a good fighter. He beat Sanchez the last time, and who did he beat the other time as well? Can't remember who he fought prior to that, and he impressed me. But this guy's a slick fighter. But Zhile Zhang is a serious heavyweight fighter. You know what I'm saying? He's the one who knocked out Joyce twice, right?
Yeah.
Well, stopped him the first time on technical and finished him in the second time. He lost to Parker. Some people think it was controversial, but I don't think so. Parker did enough to win, whatever. But Zhile Zhang is arguably one of the biggest punchers in the heavyweight division. He's going to be fighting Caballero. It's going to be a sick fight. Hamza Shiraz, UK guy. Tall, was he like 6'2" or something? Middleweight. So he's got all the attributes. He's going to be fighting Carlos Adames.
Okay.
So that's going to be a good fight. I think you might say Shiraz might edge that, because Shiraz he's on a roll right now, right? But that's still a solid fight. But then we have Jared Boots Ennis. He's gonna be fighting Virgil Ortiz Jr. This is a sick fight. It's gonna be Boots' first fight at 154. And obviously everyone loves Ortiz. He gives you like excitement. He lost to what did he lose to? Boacek. Yeah, some months back. He got dropped twice in that fight. Still came back and won. You might debate the scorecard, but still, he's a serious fighter. And to see that Ennis wants this fight at 154, first fight as well, this is basically the fight that everyone wanted to see anyway. So we're getting, again, what we wanted to see. So I'm super looking forward to that. But that's not even the main. We've got Bertabiev and Bivol 2.
Oh, wow.
That's going to be on this card as well. So imagine all this in the same card, you know. So obviously, the first fight was amazing, somewhat controversial, depending on who you kind of favored, the sort of boxing style you like or whatever. But number 2 is going to be on this card.
When is this?
February 22nd.
Okay.
That's the co-main. So it's not just the main alone. We've got Dubois back.
Oh, wow.
Yes, Dubois is going to be fighting Joseph Parker.
Is that really a cool main?
Well, yeah.
No, it's not.
Why?
Because the Bivol is the bigger thing.
To be fair, I agree with you. But still, it's still a big fight. He's going to be fighting Parker. Parker's the guy who just said beat Gilles Zhang.
And didn't Dubois beat AJ?
Yes,
So,
in a devastating fashion.
Yeah, that's a big fight.
It's a
No,
big,
it's not
big
cool.
fight.
It's not cool though. It's not the same. It's definitely not the same. It can't be.
It's because they're heavyweights, though. That's the reason. But yeah, I agree with you, to be fair. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I agree with you. But still, all them fights on one card, that is insane.
Saudis are taking over sports.
That is insane. Yeah. Oh, yes. Thank you, Ed. Shakur Stevenson might be fighting Schofield on that same card as well.
Philip?
Come on, man.
Prison Break, you watched it?
Floyd Schofield.
Ah.
So he's an up-and-coming fighter. He didn't really impress in his last fight. But he's been calling out Shakur Stevenson, man. So again, because I think people did want the Shakur Stevenson fight versus Zepeda. Wasn't going to happen so soon anyway. But still, fighting Schofield, yes, I think Eddie's right. I did hear that as well. So again, this is six solid fights.
It's a great card.
It's the best card. I think it's the best card. And even obviously prior to this, in December, we've got Usyk versus Tyson Fury again.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's going to be happening.
What's your prediction for that one?
I think Usyk does it again.
Yeah, I think so,
I
too.
think Usyk does it again, and I think he puts it to bed. It'll be done.
I think Tyson Fury retires after that.
Yeah, he needs to.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
No, he needs to fight AJ first.
yeah, I was just about to say
He needs to put
that.
that to bed.
For the
But
money
then-
grab.
Yeah, it will still be a big fight, innit? It will still be a big British fight.
Definitely.
I just hope, obviously, if they do fight, AJ wins and beats him very badly. I'd love for that to happen. But
Strangely
Yeah.
enough, it'll be bigger than the Dubois and Parker fight.
It will be.
yeah, of course. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
just the star power, though. I don't know about skill.
But Dubois, remember, Dubois' stock is in the sky right now.
Yep.
And Parker as well. He ain't lost since. What's the last fight he lost? Maybe since Joyce. But then obviously he rebuilt his career. He beat Zhang. He beat Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a serious fighter, Parker, right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's like, it's not going to be an easy fight for the boy at all. At all. Right now, I don't even know who would win it, to be honest with you.
Serious?
Yeah. Parker's a serious fighter. He can really frustrate you. And I feel like if he gets into like that mold where he frustrates Dubois may not have. Dubois is a serious guy, though. He's a serious guy.
yeah.
A raw aggression. I don't know. It'll be a tough fight.
I remember
Tough
them
fight.
at the table.
Yeah,
It's the
man.
funniest thing I've ever seen. Who you talking to?
And look what happened, didn't it? It's a damn shame. Damn shame. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's a sick card. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. But that is pretty much it for the reaction. Let's get into our wrap up, Brent. All right, people. Been a good show. Today we spoke about the MPs who are looking to debate the petition, which called for another election. Remember, it got 2.8 million signatures. People want Labour out. In the grand scheme of things, It's not the biggest amount in the world compared to the amount of people that vote. You know what I'm saying? That's just a fraction of the people who voted Tory. So, you know what I mean? What does that really say? Just to be fair. Lord David Cameron, he is now backing the move to legalise assisted dying for terminally ill adults after previously opposing the legislation. Again, just a reminder, he said that vulnerable people could be pressured into hastening their own deaths. That's the reason why he opposed it initially. But now he's basically saying, look, the campaigners have convincingly argued that this proposal is not about ending in life, but it's more so about shortening death. You know what I'm saying? And people in that position should be given that right. We also spoke about Ukraine's being urged by Joe Biden's administration to lower army conscription ages. Right now it's 25. They want to lower it all the way down to 18 because they're losing. What are we doing there, guys?
I want to talk about Joe Biden off camera.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's sad. It's sad, man. It's sad. This is just NATO. Anyway, so doctors are also hailing the first breakthrough in asthma and COPD treatment in 50 years. We spoke about that as well. We also spoke about the fact that police are quietly and gradually using X a lot less because of Elon Musk, man. They don't really like it a lot. One of them, anyway, North Wales Police, they stopped using it since October altogether. But a lot of other police forces are basically reducing their interaction on X altogether. Also, and this is a big plus, man, domestic violence victims, they will now be able to stop their ex-partners, those dirty animals, abusers, from approaching them without going to the police now, right? And it won't just be for the limited 28 days like it was before. This will be indefinite. So they can stop them, keep them at bay indefinitely. So Labour, I think they've done a good thing there. Big up Labour for that. The Kurdistan Workers' Party, the PKK, 7 people have now been arrested from that particular militant group in London for suspected activities linked to terrorism, I guess, and stuff like that. Obviously, for the Kurdish community, they are a military group that is fighting for the rights of Kurdish people in Turkey. Mauritius as well, they've raised concerns about the UK and their plan to cede sovereignty over the Chagos Islands. And we also spoke about Israel imposing curfews in Lebanon at the last minute, just before the ceasefire began yesterday on Wednesday. We also spoke about Liverpool's achievement, man, at Anfield. They beat Real Madrid 2-0. You know what I'm saying? Did well. Aston Villa, they drew Juventus. And of course, we spoke about this amazing card, Riyadh season. It's going to be insane. It's going to be insane. And for topic of the day, we spoke about the fact that sometimes, like, we may find ourselves buying or attempting to buy the approval and admiration of people around us, man. Are we putting money above morals? And of course, last but definitely not least, we had an amazing guest, good brother Yusafa.
Thank you guys for having me. Thank you guys for having me. You guys it's been amazing. I didn't think I would be on camera when I got here. I thought I was gonna be in the back there, but
man,
it was a good chat.
You gotta join us, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's no secret that, in fact, let me not say this. No, in fact, I'll say it. I always say, we don't have an open door policy.
Okay.
But I like you, Safa. You know what I'm saying? This is my good Senegalese brother. So, guys, man, appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll be here tomorrow. We've got amazing guests as well. So please, make sure you're here, 8 a.m. And get your pens and pads as well, man. It's going to be a good one. You know what I'm saying? Brent, you going to say goodbye?
Yes.
Happy Thanksgiving, by the way.
Thank you very much, Yusuf, for coming through.
Thank you, Brent, for having me.
It's a shame about the pastries.
We can get them. The shop wasn't open yet.
I won't hold that against you. So what's your beef with that
The old
living
man.
corpse? Yeah.
With who?
The man said he wants to tell you off camera.
Yeah. He's a known plagiarizer. And then
Who's
his
he biting
son.
from?
You said what?
Who's he biting from?
Where's his?
Who's he plagiarizing?
He's stolen speeches from other people. This was back in the day.
When he was younger?
Yes, when he was a young politician. And his son, who's working for Burisma, give 10% to the big man. Who do you think the big man is? What's going on? Do you guys know about the laptop?
Yes, we spoke about that as well.
And then in the White House, what do they find? This guy's a shady guy. And then now he's throwing this Hail Mary. Let's run up a few billion before I am out of office,
This is
and
it.
then get my son out of prison. I don't know. I don't know. People,
Will you be successful in getting your son out of prison?
I think so. I don't think locking up political rivals looks good to
Yeah,
the public.
man.
So
I don't like it.
I think everybody will go scot free. You know,
Mm.
at that level, they're all friends anyway. You know.
Ooh, interesting take, man. Do you feel like Trump, when he gets in power, if Biden's son is still in prison, Trump should just release him?
He might pardon him. He might
Yeah.
pardon him just to
heal
seem
the rift.
altruist. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But wasn't Jill wearing like all red the day after Trump won? So I think there's
okay.
something there, because then I don't think Biden fully supported Kamala. I think he was trying to like undermine her a little bit during the campaign. So
Oh, serious?
I think there's a rift in the Democratic Party.
This is what I'm saying, man. They should just...
I think they should regroup, start over.
Yeah, they
new
have to.
plan.
You have to,
Biden knows what he's doing.
No.
So he was whatever memory he still has, he's now using it to basically undermine Kamala.
No, I think he's actually faking. You know, you guys ever watch the what's that movie with Kevin Spacey? Unusual
House of
Suspect.
Cards.
Oh, the usual suspects.
Oh.
When he got out of the police station.
Kaiser Soze.
Yeah, I think he's doing that. I think this whole time he's been sharp, and he's trying to get off. Like, I don't remember anything when he's eventually under investigation.
That would be insane, you know?
I think I don't see that. I don't put that past him, actually.
if he was capable of that, I'd want him to be president. You know what I'm saying?
That's what people were saying TD Jakes was doing.
You think so?
That's what they were saying.
That's insensitive, man.
Yes,
I
but
expect
it was
that
on
from you.
X. Yes, it was on X. I think they were saying he was faking that particular health scare.
Serious?
Yeah, because apparently, I'm not sure if it is that you all have seen, but there was a guy that came out that said that he got
Got what?
abused by.
By T.D. Jakes?
Yeah.
No, that's fake.
That whole Diddy stuff is dark.
Yeah.
It's dark.
Serious?
Yeah.
Ah, that's such a shame,
And
man.
apparently, he's now looked to sue him, TD Jakes.
For defamation.
Well, I'm guessing so.
Oh, tampering, innit?
Tampering?
Tempering what?
Sorry.
No, it's a joke.
Yeah, sorry. Trigger warning, guys. That is diabolical, man.
Yeah. As in people saying that he's feigning health issues.
I mean, not really. Like
People
if-
use that for sympathy in the past, so
Yeah, that's
I wouldn't
true.
put that a lot of people, but not a man of God.
Yeah, but when you're in that situation and the world's saying that you tampered with people,
Yeah.
you gotta do
You
everything.
showed us a video of a Nigerian politician going, ha ha.
Yeah,
And he
real.
fainted.
that guy. Yeah, they were talking about him in the equivalent of the House of Parliament, and they were talking about the money, all sorts of corruption, and the guy just did this.
Fainted.
He just, it was insane. The most funniest thing. People came hitting him, trying to wake him up. Obviously, when the bangs got too heavy, then he woke up. But yeah, man.
Because sometimes when you're just stuck there, you don't know. You can't even run out.
Exactly.
Who's your favorite host?
My favorite? In terms of information, I like.
You look to the left, so Marks, basically.
I'm a Marks fan. I like him.
There you
I still has bars like back home.
Oh, is it?
So people say "Happy Birthday, Kelly." They have no ideas from Marks. But
That's sick, man.
in
That's
terms of information, I like E-Man. E-Man,
Thank you.
Economics, that's my thing. I like it. You know,
He's a Trump supporter too.
I'm not gonna paint you with that brush. They love to do that, right?
Didn't you vote this time around?
No, I was in Europe. I could have voted, but I didn't want to.
Yeah, I don't know why you said you're in Europe like you can't mail in the vote.
I could have, but then I also didn't want to, like after the election, a lot of people back home were like, "If you voted for Trump,"
Wow,
Yeah,
you
what's
didn't
up?
want to make a scene.
so I was like, technically I didn't vote, so
Yeah.
you can't blame me.
There you go.
Wow.
There you go.
Wow, interesting. So next time around, who are you voting for?
Next time around, depends who the candidates are. I don't think Trump could run again.
Yeah, you can't. Man.
Well, he could change the constitution, couldn't he?
he won't.
He
do that.
can, but I don't think he will.
Okay.
But if he does,
Mm.
voting for Obama. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
So you're a fan of Obama?
No, I'm not.
Mm.
Not for president. I think he's brilliant and all that stuff, but
Yeah.
he's he plays a game.
Obama did pretty much say, you know what, if you don't vote for Kamala,
You ain't black.
basically, yeah,
he pulled a Joe Biden.
yeah, diabolical.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basque region in Spain.
Yes.
Have you suffered any or witnessed any sort of racism yet?
A little bit actually. I was at the bar one time, and this lady was talking in my Spanish. I speak poco español, so a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Poquito.
So I was at the bar. I was ordering. This lady's talking to me like in Spanish really fast. So I'm like, oh, poco español, right? And then she's looking at me like this guy, like all that stuff. So she starts talking, but I don't know what she's saying. I'm looking at the bartender. He like starts sticking out like, all right, enough. And then she goes, respect, grabs my hand, right? So now we're holding like, and she looks at me, she starts squeezing really hard and looking at me in my eyes. And I'm like, I say out loud, lady, are you all right? I need witnesses here. This lady's going crazy. So I just ran out of there. I'm like, all right, you win.
That's not racism.
It's not, but I felt it was racially motivated.
You serious? Well, you can't understand her.
You said what?
You couldn't understand what she was saying.
I couldn't, but I think because
Yeah,
the guy
exactly.
had to step in to say,
Imagine.
all right, enough to whatever she was saying. So I assumed she was saying stuff that wasn't nice about me.
Imagine.
Anything else?
No, I mean, in Paris, I saw a guy put up an anti-Semitic sign
Oh, was it?
when I was walking, yeah.
What's that?
No, like he put it, like he had a paper and he put it up in the town square. And then it was in English, which I thought was so funny. And I'm like, in America, you'd be tackled and arrested in 30 seconds.
Are you anti-Semitic?
No, I'm not.
Of course he's not.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not. I'm actually
fair.
anti-Semitic.
Fair.
As all of us are.
Yes.
What's the food like in Basque region?
Kosher.
In Spain, I'm not gonna lie, it's not great. It's not great in terms of like what they consider Basque food and Spanish food, paella and all that stuff. Now, I'm not a fan of it, but it's all right. The Spanish omelet's just a regular omelet.
Yeah. so what would you eat like if you go out?
If I go out, I mean, it's becoming like very popular. So then now there's like sushi restaurants. There's different types of cuisine. So I'll go probably like there's a nice pasta restaurant. I like pasta,
Okay.
like Italian place. So then I'll probably go there.
Do you eat food from back home still?
Yeah.
So like, do you have to make it yourself in Spain, or is there actual
No,
places?
I left it at home. My mom has it for me.
Okay.
I don't cook while I'm out here. I have eggs and stuff like that.
Okay. Are there Senegalese like restaurants though in Spain?
Yeah. There's actually a group, a
Okay.
community, a lot of Senegalese. I didn't want to tell most of them Senegal, but they could just see me on the Nanga Def.
Yeah.
And then they start speaking Wolof, and then
Nigga deaf.
Nanga Def is like, how are you doing in Wolof?
Wolof
you go.
is the language of Senegal.
Senegal and Guinea, I think.
Oh.
Or
speak it fluently?
Gambia, I mean. Gambia.
Can you speak it fluently?
Pretty fluently, yeah.
That's cool, man.
Big up the Wolof.
When's the last time you were back home?
2022.
When is the next time you're going?
Probably next year when I'm back to America, and then I'll take a vacation probably December and then go back to Senegal for like a month.
What's the home dish? What's your national dish in Senegal?
There's a lot. Ceebu ganar, ceebu yap.
What is it?
Ceebu ganar is just chicken with like, the onions and then under white rice. Ceebu yap is lamb. And there's mbalak, which is like wet rice, but like with the lamb as well.
Okay.
There's nam, which is like an egg roll type thing, but they put their own variation on it. We have a bunch of different stuff.
I feel like we might have done this. Was it last year?
I remember all of them from our.
Yeah.
Jollof. Didn't you has jollof, and then one of them was Senegalese, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Some people say that they have the best.
the
jollof.
best. I
Yeah.
would agree.
Of course it was.
Yeah.
Right. What is Benachin.
Benachin.
I think we have a Senegalese
Person.
person in the community.
Benachin. I know it's not said like that, so I'm trying to remember.
Mm.
Benachin. I think Benachin means one. Ben means one, and then it's like chin is like a pot. Benachin.
Okay.
Oh, one pot,
It's
like
a
pilau.
one pot.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's in there though?
Everything.
I think everything. Yeah. I don't really have Benachin.
All right. Is there anything? If I were to go to Senegal, like if I were to spend 2 weeks there, what would I need to do in order to come back and say I'm an honorary Senegalese?
Senegalese. I mean, you have to try the yap. You gotta sit down, eat with everybody.
All right. So the yap you said,
Yep. Yeah.
and that's a practice whilst eating.
Yeah.
What is
like,
that?
Yap is like meat, but you just like sit down and then we all sit on the floor and
Yeah.
then we eat with our hands, but
Yeah,
we
yeah.
all eat together.
I eat with my hands and tray that, so it's not
Okay,
foreign.
okay.
But the sitting on the floor is obviously different. Is it cross-legged type thing?
Cross-legged, or some people do like the side variation,
How do you mean?
like they're on the side, but they're sitting like on one side
Okay.
and then hand supporting and then eating with their hand. But then
Ah.
I cross-legged because I'm not that flexible.
It sounds like you are if you can cross-leg.
If I could, no. I'm saying other
last time
people
I did
do that.
was when I was in primary school. I can't do that again. Sit down with your legs crossed?
You can't do that.
No. Can you do that, man?
I'll struggle.
Yeah.
I done it for years, man.
Yeah. Can't do that.
But like when you Julie, you get pretty
What's
flexible.
Julie?
It's like when you pray.
Ah, okay.
I keep talking in Wolof. I assume
stop
you guys
doing
know
that.
that.
Stop doing that.
My bad.
That's right. So, all right, I have to sit down and break bread with y'all.
Yeah.
Traditional way. What else?
What do they do? I mean, there's the tourist spots and stuff like that, but they really just chill. They're like, all right, today we're gonna do this. I mean, there's a beach. There's Gore. There's in Dakar. There's like a lot of nice restaurants. But now it's pretty Western, so like people go out and party and stuff like that.
The beach is nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yep, beautiful.
Mm.
There's a Ryu right there. The Ryu's pretty popular.
What's that?
Hotel.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got a big statue there as well, isn't it?
Yes. And
What's it
then
Is it the tallest in West Africa?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but we do have the big statue, and they have the ports where the slaves used to be
Yeah.
sent out at, and that's a pretty historical monument.
Yeah.
And can you walk around the street and show public displays of affection? Can you kiss and stuff?
Yeah,
Okay. How about nightlife? Is it?
it's pretty popular. Like they go out so late. Like I had to tell my cousin, I'm going home. Like I'm tired. You know, like they stay out all night.
Is there drinking culture over there?
Yeah, there is. People do it's mostly Islamic, but then you go out and then you could order at the restaurant. You could order. There's a bar. There's a club where you could order stuff. So it's not really super strict.
Super strict. Okay.
How about the nightlife when it comes to women of the night?
Like for payment.
If you say so.
No, it's not. It's not like that. But there's girls who party and stuff, so you definitely do your thing. You know?
How do you know though?
I've been.
All right. So each time you touched on a like a country, you need to basically experience the nightlife.
Yeah, I tried to.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how it is that you get your steam off basically.
I don't really like to party. I was telling them in Spain that
Every single story you've told us, you've been at a bar.
Yeah. Okay.
To be honest, it's a bit different than partying.
Yeah.
it's just
I'm
social
at the
drinking.
bar.
Yeah,
I'm getting a drink and I'll probably walk. I have a book. I'll probably read my book. Like.
Oh. What are you currently reading?
I'm reading Hemingway right now.
All right, then.
Sun also rises.
Beautiful book, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm mostly chilling. I told the people in Spain that I retired from partying, because in uni you're supposed to party a lot from 18 to like 22. They started laughing at me. They're like, retired at 23. And then I went out with them. They for real party.
Okay.
I can't do it. I can't hang.
Yeah. All right, so sightseeing, the beach, the statue, nightlife, the restaurants. Do you need to go to a mosque?
You don't have to, but you could. There's very beautiful mosques. There's a new one. There's a new build that I went to, and it was very nice. Very beautiful.
I want to experience that one day. I want to see what they do.
You should go. You should go to Senegal.
I'll actually go here first, innit?
You go what?
I'll experience mosque here first before
Okay,
I go
before you go to
different
Senegal.
countries.
Yeah.
Because I want to see the differences.
Yeah.
How it is that they worship. Like, is there like a service? You know, like I'm in church, they have a service and it follows a particular pattern. Is that like how it is? Have you ever been to church before?
Yeah.
The normal procedure of church, is it like in the mosque like that?
Not really. It's like so there's a time for prayer, so then everybody's gonna pray, but then after that, it's kind of like a social place. People go upstairs, they drink tea. You could go talk to their mom. You could go talk to your friends. People literally hang out there all day.
Serious? That's how it. Y'all what? So y'all just go there, pray a little while, and just chill.
Yeah, some
and
people
socialize.
Some people, yeah.
That's the mosque.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no preaching.
No, there is.
Which part of what I just said was the preaching part?
No, but preaching part is like, it's not like all day preaching. It's like,
No, but don't do that like Christians all day preaching.
no. But I'm saying it's not because there's 5 prayers a day. So then you might get one preaching at the last prayer, like you should take this into your day.
Yeah.
But it's not like every prayer you get a speech before and after.
Yeah. How long is the service?
The service is probably like 20 minutes.
Oi, you hear that, Christians? You hear? Oh my gosh, serious?
Yeah.
That's why there's so many Muslim converts, isn't it?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know about that.
We have long services, especially in black churches.
Is it like an hour or?
It's
or
more than
longer?
an hour. It's more than an hour.
Oh yeah, definitely more.
I do know like people who go to church back home, and it's like it's like an all day event and Sunday.
100%.
Yeah, no.
Could you do
Like when I used to go to like Quran school, which was kind of like an hour, but I've never stayed there like all day or anything.
dip in, dip up?
Yeah. Yeah.
Effective, man. And
Yeah.
efficient.
Yeah. All right. I'm so sorry that Margs and Esther isn't here because it would be
no
nice
problem.
for you to meet them, innit?
Yeah.
Because obviously you traveled all the way here just to see them.
That's not true. Don't paint that narrative.
Yeah, it would have been great, obviously.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
obviously you're killy in that.
Yep.
But
Next time I'll be back. I'll be back for sure before I go back
God
to the
willing,
States.
God willing.
Inshallah.
Good.
Yeah. And when are you going back to States?
I'm scheduled right now for March, but I'm working on. I had a meeting with the bosses in Spain Tuesday, and we're working on trying to extend it. So I'll try to work June, July maybe, and then go back.
Well, I love the fact that it is that we have people like you listening to our show every day. That's the type of people we want, you know?
Yeah.
Productive young men who enjoys, certain proclivities in life and that. And brings juice.
Yes, I brought juice. And I don't like this picture you're trying to paint with. I'm a good guy.
Yes, man. The wholesome Muslim brother, man.
Yes,
100%.
yes.
Yeah, man.
100%. All right.
Oh, I want to big up another Senegalese brother who watches the show as well. I call him Senegalese Mo.
Senegalese Mo.
Yeah, Senegalese Mo. Big him up.
He's always
amazing
sends
guy.
in some things.
Yeah, he
Definitely.
sends in like a really good topic of the days, man.
Mm.
Yeah. So yeah, big him up every time.
All right, then. Thank you, everybody. See you tomorrow. Remember, there's a fantastic guest coming in tomorrow. Hopefully, the entire team is in. Got a couple of dilemmas to go through. So
Yeah.
it'll be a good wrap up to the end of the week, and then obviously we will see you all on the Friday, the last TNB party night for the year. So it'll be good to basically wish you all a fantastic end of year. Anywho, see you all tomorrow.
Peace.
Thank you.